Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday special stream. And we have special guest as well today. आज होगी बार्सिलोना पे बात. आज होगी ला लीगा पे बात. आज होगा recently the massive news about Nico Williams उस पे बात. And on a lot of Barcelona stuff. And we have a special guest today as well. So slowly we'll have people coming in, and then we'll have our guest on the stage soon. Um, we have already 16 17 people watching on Twitter पे जितने लोग हैं ना, आ जाओ YouTube पे, ठीक है? YouTube पे आओगे तो I'll be able to take your chats, ठीक है? And today it's a special stream. Being a United fan, I think already I've mentioned this before a lot of times. I will be focusing a lot as well on La Liga this season. One of the real football happiness, entertaining happiness that gave that Barcelona gave me, at least last season, with such disappointing football played by United, at least opened up my eyes to really watch some entertaining football. So I'll take some comments. पहले बहुत सारे comments भी आ रहे हैं already. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you Ritin for joining. Thank you so much. Yes, the Discord server link. I'll pin the Discord server link on the chat as well. एक बार मैं pin कर लेता हूँ उसको. And then everyone can join the Discord community. Already we are reaching 200 people, so do join there. Kenny Fan TV is here. Thank you so much. And without wasting further time, we have Lakshay today, special guest on Ash Talks Football. Thank you so much, Lakshay, for joining.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. आज बार्सिलोना पे बातें होंगी, काफी सारी बातें होंगी. We have 5 people watching YouTube. धीरे-धीरे अभी 7 हो गए. चलो, good. People are joining now. Awesome. Golo is here. Everyone, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. Abhishek is here. Thank you so much. Hi everyone. How are you, first of all, Lakshay?
Amazing.
Amazing, even after the Nico Williams snub. I'm not.
Yes.
I know.
आदत
We're
हो
gonna
गई है ना,
talk
as a
about it.
Barca fan आदत हो गई है.
I know. And you're talking to a United fan, so already we have built a thick skin around what's going on. I mean, Gyökeres right now has already said yes to Arsenal. So we are in the mud as well. So that has happened. Fabrizio has already confirmed that. So definitely, for sure. Krishanu is here. Thank you so much, Krishanu, for joining again. He's our moderator and he's already pinned the Discord link on the chat. Slowly, people are joining in. ¿Qué pasa, hermanos?
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Awesome. I think there's so I live in Montreal, right? It's a more French dominated so that's what pretty so south of France and Spain have a really fantastic relationship as well. I think I've had a lot more colleagues just south of France, and then they speak so highly about like the Spanish
It borders with Catalonia.
Right, Catalonia, right, exactly. So that's why I think थोड़ी cultural mix of culture भी in terms of food, in terms of
it is architecture, food, very similar, and language also. Catalan language and French, at least the way you write, is very similar. काफी similar.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Keshav is your all Spanish tutor and Ash boy.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Canada, previous French colony before British. Yes, fair, absolutely.
Yes.
And Quebec में बहुत French migrants आए हुए हैं. अभी भी आते हैं. Like there's lot more exchange in terms of people who like expats बोलते हैं, like they come stay for 3-4 months and then leave. I think summer में काफी influx होती है. Like interestingly, people enjoy France a bit more summer में south of France, but they still love to come to Montreal because it's a lovely city to be in as well. 35 people watching in Twitter वाले जितने आ जाओ YouTube पे, you can all follow.
I just shared हमारी live on my community.
Absolutely, thank you so much. Absolutely. Baguette, yes, baguette. Speaking of baguette, the bread and butter of Barcelona, right? We will talk about the finances today as well, of what's going on with Barcelona, when the new Camp Nou is gonna come up as well. I've made some presentations on it. I think let's jump into it. I think let's talk about it at this point. क्योंकि we have to talk about what happened exactly what happened here, man. I mean,
Hmm.
I was reading so many stuff around.
हाँ.
क्योंकि this screenshot is directly from a BBC article. I was doing some research on this, like what exactly is going on in terms of Barcelona's finances over the years, right? And Barcelona, so a news came out that Barcelona still lacked the finances to register Olmo and Lali Olmo, right?
Yeah.
They were handed over a temporary permit to do that. But what
Yeah.
happened after that, Lakshay? Would you like to give some insights as to did this really affect Nico Williams? Because I know Nico Williams wanted to put an exit clause on this on his deal as well.
Yeah.
So आप वो थोड़ा सा इस mess को थोड़ा सा summarize करेंगे तो मजा आएगा for people.
बेसिकली बासा फंक्शन एक 1:1 बेसिकली होता क्या है जो 1:1 हम डिस्कस करते हैं. बेसिकली इफ आई अर्न 100 रुपीज आई कैन स्पेंड दोस 100 रुपीज ऑन वट एवर ऑन माई ट्रांसफर मार्केट ऑन द सैलरी. बट लालीगा जस्ट टू प्रोटेक्ट देयर क्लब्स वो क्या करते हैं, अगर आप मेरे को इतना रेवेन्यू दिखाओगे आप उतना पैसा तभी स्पेंड कर पाओगे, वरना आपके पास पैसा होगा वी विल स्टिल नॉट अलाउ यू बिकॉज जस्ट टू होस्ट अ नॉर्मल लालीगा मैच स्टेडियम अदर क्लब्स की चीजें जो अभी लियोन के साथ हुआ, जो बोर्डो के साथ हुआ. बोर्डो तो एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता. लियोन सेकंड डिवीजन.
What a club, right? Bordeaux, I mean,
हाँ.
used to be a legendary club in France. I mean, I
It
can't
does.
even imagine not seeing them at all.
हाँ.
Right?
दे लीग में नहीं, दे आर नॉट इवन इन लीग फुटबॉल एनीमोर. तो उससे वो चीजें ना हो जाए उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए लालीगा पुट्स अ सैलरी कैप, पुट्स एफएफपी रूल्स अप्लाई होते हैं कि आप इतना पैसा भी स्प्लैश नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज वी डोंट वांट कि हमारे क्लब्स भी ऐसे गायब हो जाएं, लाइक आउट ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंस चले जाएं. तो बारसा obviously we know on the amount of loans that we took for buying Griezmann and then not spending the money wisely and giving players like Longley, Umtiti and Vidal and others a very high amount of salaries. We
Right.
were in a debt. Then COVID hit. Messi had to leave because we couldn't register him, and then the finances came out.
Right.
Now we were functioning. Now cutting this story short, we were functioning on 1:4. अगर हम 100 रुपए कमा रहे हैं, we could only spend out 25 rupees. And in that budget we had to manage everything. वो शावी ने सबके सामने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोला, that's how Laporta got angry and Laporta fired him and then in came Hansi Flick. Nobody trusted Hansi Flick initially, but he did everything so well, won us 3 trophies. Everybody forgot about it, and once you start winning, you get the money, sponsors want to work with you, new players want to come, and last year Nico Williams आना चाहता था but हम उसको नहीं दे पाए सिक्योरिटीज की हम आ सकते हैं. On the other hand, Dani Olmo being a Catalan,
right.
Dani Olmo first to understand what is Catalonia, what is the Catalan identity. Being a Catalan, he came. उसके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में भी ये क्लॉज था कि अगर मैं रजिस्टर नहीं हो पाया I can leave the club for free.
Right.
But he did. He chose not to do it, and this is because of the strong Catalan identity. You have to understand, for a Catalan person, the Catalan identity is above being a Spanish.
Yeah. So I think वही समझना पड़ेगा context as well for people. But क्या अभी भी you have those issues going forward with Dani Olmo? We still have. It's no. I mean, recently you won a case, right? If I remember correctly, you guys won a case. But उसके आगे और कुछ गया नहीं, right, in terms of registration of both these players, Pau Victor and Olmo. What's the
so basically, हमने वो 100 million की sale करी of the VIP seats, where La Liga said you are selling something which does not exist. Camp Nou is in the building mode.
Right.
आपने VIP seats बेची to the Qatari and to the Emirati group for 100 million for the next 20 years.
Okay.
But these seats, they do not exist. What are you selling? Thin air.
Like how will you put it on your financial records as well if those assets
so
don't even exist?
Earlier it was accepted. Later on, the auditors were like, no, we are not going to accept it. We will only accept it. Okay, you have the money. We agree that you have the money, but we will not put it on the books until and unless these are functional seats.
Okay.
They exist.
So which means
they can't use dispute hua.
Oh, so they can't use that money to even register Olmo and Pau Victor right now. No. So
the money is there. The money has come in, but books pe nahi hai.
Books pe nahi hai. So again, books pe nahi hai. We won't be able to register players, and again, वही same issue. I think I remember correctly, Lakshay, right? Christensen को deregister करना पड़ा था. और एक play, I think you deregistered few players to furnish few deals last season.
Ter Stegen, Christensen, because then we got Chesney came on a lower salary, तो एक salary में हमें space मिली, and Christensen was one of them. But eventually when Christensen came back, he was healthy,
Right.
training करना शुरू किया, then we had an issue because December, January जो window होता है उसमें भी आपको फिर से registration करनी होती है. And then we faced an issue. Barcelona went into the case saying हमने तो पैसा बनाया ना, चाहे exist नहीं
Right.
करती. La Liga had their own agenda going on or whatever. They had their own case. Barcelona eventually won that case, but La Liga was still not happy. The season got over. They were like, we are only going to accept if these seats exist. ये सच है, हम तभी इसको आपके finances में डालेंगे. But Barcelona did a good business of 950 million after having that great season. So we were optimistic. But
Okay.
but expenses भी उतने ही होते हैं. एक्सपेंसेस भी उतने ही होते हैं. अभी भी जो क्लब से न्यूज आती है, and it is not from official channels. This is nothing coming from the official channels. Club has never said anything.
Right.
From whatever we believe,
tabloid tales.
Tabloid say is the club is back in 1:1.
Right.
But La Liga tells you a different story. So there's a dispute going on. है नहीं है. And now the thing is so convoluted and it's so jumbled up that
Right.
nobody can tell you what is the correct finance, like what is the situation right now exactly. Like, okay, what is, because we don't have the books कि इतना we earned, इतना हमने spend किया, इतना club को run करने के लिए लगता है. Nobody has that exact figure.
Fans even right now, the fans हो गए, कोई भी football analyst हो गए, can't even predict what the future transfer plans are gonna be like. Because books पे वो है नहीं. Now if we still calculate by the old rule 1:4, तो आपको है कि अगर 500 million की revenue करिए तो आप transfer, ये आपका transfer budget होने वाला है, which was very very fixed. अब revenue books पे कितनी है पता नहीं है. 1:1 है.
Nobody knows.
But what's going to be the transfer plans? But I think उस पे आएंगे at this point. We have to talk about what exactly, and this is laying a good context of what exactly happened with this whole Nico Williams saga, right?
Yeah.
Right. And why would you think Nico Williams reject such an opportunity to go to Barcelona? I know there's an element of registration around that, fear of registration around it, but from a pure footballing perspective, why would Nico Williams, first of all, and एक मैं शॉर्ट में उसको क्वेश्चन करूंगा, why would Nico Williams at this age sign a deal till 2035, increase its release clause by 90 to 100 million right now? क्या अपने पांव पे कुल्हाड़ी नहीं मारा उसने कि now he has to perform really well कि क्लब्स वो रिलीज क्लॉज पे करें, बिकॉज मोस्ट क्लब्स राइट नाउ इन अ बिग फाइनेंशियल मेस राइट नाउ. लेट्स बी एब्सोल्युटली, बायर्न से हो गए आपके, पीएसआर की, like even Premier League clubs have an issue, right, where PSR is hanging on their neck by the sword. उसने अपने पांव पे कुल्हाड़ी मारी क्या इसमें? And before we go that, थोड़ा सा comments एक बार ले लेते हैं and then कुछ questions लेंगे, है ना? थोड़ा सा comments ले लेते हैं. काफी comments आए. Ola panels, thank you so much for joining. Barca, if they fail to register Olmo, they should get Felix. इस पे आपका क्या कहना है?
नहीं यार, फिलिक्स उसने घाट का पानी पिया. went to a bunch of clubs, Chelsea, AC Milan, came to Barca, Atletico Madrid. It's more like hoping that he would work where he should have worked at least in one club.
Hana.
The best stint that he had was in Barcelona. Right. But rather than having Felix, we have Ferran Torres. Agar Felix khilane, we have Ferran Torres on the left wing.
Ferran Torres had a fantastic season. Fantastic season. Right. किसी ने expect भी नहीं किया था Ferran Torres to really step up in that way. I think 17 goals or 7 or 8 assists हैं उसके this season, I think, if I'm not wrong.
23 goals, 7 to 8 assists, 30 around
in all competitions, I think.
Yeah,
right?
In all competitions, yes.
That's even for anyone coming off from a substitute, right? As a substitute, mostly in most games. I think he did not start most games, I would say, if I'm honest. That's fantastic number. So I don't think so. You need to really replace Ferran Torres at this point.
Not at all. Not at all. Form of his life, and give him all the wishes, energy. You know, help him become even a better player, because Ferran Torres is somebody who really breeds on confidence.
Right.
आप उसको confidence दोगे, he would give you the best football. If you talk bad about him, if you do not give him confidence, he will sink. And one thing that has worked for almost every player under Hansi Flick is the amount of confidence that he gives you, but he demands work from you.
Right. Absolutely.
You talk about
And
Rafinha, Leva, Cuba, Lamine Yamal, everybody shined. Eric Garcia was out of favors.
exactly.
What Flick did? What Flick did? He was leaving for 10 million in December to Monaco.
Right.
Flick was like, "No, you won't leave. I'm giving you the confidence. You are part of the project," and just doing that, Eric Garcia became a beast. He scored in almost every big game, in the El Clasicos, in the Inter game, where La Liga was almost. We were fighting against Mallorca for that one goal. He provided assist, played at right back, played at centre back, played at DM, and Eric Garcia became the cheaper version of Sergi Busquets. And that is only because you give certain players confidence.
Exactly. And slowly एक कुछ और comments लेंगे. Thank you so much Average Foodie for joining at the stream as well. Old Monk is here as well. 19 goals, 7 assists. I think that was the stat I was mentioning. Yeah, but I think for all competitions में I think 20 plus हैं उसके.
20 plus है, yes.
Prabhanshu is here. Thank you so much. Hope you have subscribed and hope you have liked the stream as well. Please people like the stream. Last कुछ stream से I'm reaching 50 likes, which is helping reaching my streams to other creators. So आप जरूर like करें मेरे streams. It will help my channel grow a lot. Thank you so much. Slowly questions थोड़ा सा लेते हैं. And okay, केशव यहाँ बोल रहे हैं कि Nico Williams showed himself impatient, to be honest. Till that time, Bilbao offered him more money contract. Was it really a money contract issue, or it was more of like कि my brother is there and यहाँ मेरा
It
surety
is
नहीं है.
okay. I'll tell you something about Spain. Okay, Spain
Right.
is like India. अलग-अलग states हैं. We call them autonomous communities. And
Yeah.
Bilbao is in the north of Spain, which is in the community of the Basque country.
Yes.
And they have a thing कि only Basque people know Spanish or foreigners.
Okay.
And in Bilbao there's a very big community of black people जो अफ्रीका से लोग आते हैं, Central Africa से.
Migrants.
Bilbao gives them a place to stay and they accept. Bilbao is a region that really accepts black people who come from Africa.
Right.
And it has always been like that for Basque people. Basque people are they're not so, it's a part of Spain, but they're more Basque. They also feel more Basque than more Spanish.
And I know that. I'm living in Quebec, so there's a much more Quebecois thing more than a Canadian thing. I absolutely get exactly what you're saying, right?
So that is why you would see a lot of Basque players only playing for Basque clubs. For instance, you would see Iker Muniain, he just retired all his life. Then even Inigo Martinez, सिर्फ 2 Basque club के लिए खेला और अब जाके Barcelona आया वो. So they have a very strong identity. And Bilbao की जो policy है, only Basque players और कुछ नहीं होगा, या foreigners होंगे. So because of that and because of his brother and also money, because it is घर पे सब मिल रहा है, तो why would you go out? I know you can debate the fact that probably he could have won XYZ with Barcelona, the Champions League वगैरह या जो भी है, या the train comes once but it came twice for Nico Williams. But that is for future to tell us. मतलब we can be bitter about it, but you never know what he can do. But इतना sure है अगर वो कुछ कर जाता है उसका statue बन जाएगा बिल्बाओ में, but वो बार्सिलोना में शायद से नहीं हो पाएगा.
Right. So this is great context, right? I mean, there has to be cultural context as well, much more than financial context as to why people would like to stay in their clubs. I mean, I've seen मैं एक example ले सकता हूँ, and keep me honest if I'm wrong. Like Mikel Oyarzabal, right? Like a player that is so highly regarded can actually go into any club and play, but still chooses to still stay in Real Sociedad and take this club and maintain the same levels that they've been producing. Is this again a very cultural context again for Oyarzabal as well?
It is. If you know somebody, because I've watched a lot of documentaries in Spanish, अभी Euro Cup की मैंने देखी, Oyarzabal is a very timid, shy sort of a person, कम बोलता है, और जो Basque North region है ना, both of them consider them as their El Rey del Norte. इसका मतलब है Kings of the North. Bilbao को लगता है हम we are the Kings of the North, so Sociedad wants to do that. और if you are born in that region, you are very proud of that region. Xavi Alonso is also from the Basque country. You see Zubimendi ने इतने साल नहीं छोड़ा. Zubimendi was like मैं नहीं जाऊंगा. Eventually he caved in. Eventually he did. वो इसलिए नहीं जाते क्योंकि उनके लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है. You see the amount of Catalans who नहीं छोड़ते बार्सिलोना. मतलब उनको आप बिल्कुल आप you try your best बिल्कुल खिलाओ ना, then and then they leave. You see Hector Ford right now, वो नहीं छोड़ेगा, उसको नहीं खेलने को नहीं छोड़ेगा. Sergio Busquets played as a substitute all his life. He did not leave because of that strong Catalan identity.
That absolutely fair enough. I think, but there's where a context aa jata hai, like when Zubimendi chose Arsenal right now, right? Uh what made that? I mean, we talked about it, but will have you watched Zubimendi enough? Like, how often have, like, obviously you have watched Zubimendi a lot. Like, I think for me, from and a big breaking news, right? Zubimendi signs for Arsenal today officially. Fantastic, obviously. Arsenal fans, if you're watching, fantastic introduction video. Me as a photographer, cinematographer, I was like, this is a good intro. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think his intelligence really outshines his physicality? I was seeing some stats. He has like fantastic aerial duel stats as well, interception. Like, do you think Zubimendi intelligence outcasts his physicality, and that's why he works a lot? I think the same Busquets kind of profile.
Zubi ka best game I saw was Rodri got injured in the final and we are under pressure. And Zubi Mendy came in, pata bhi nahi chala ki Rodri was off and Zubi came in. Zubi was, minus the goals, he was the Messi of Real Sociedad. आपने अगर गेम देखा रियल मैड्रिड के साथ कोपा डेल रे सेमीफाइनल, जुबी मेंडी ने पूरी गेम चलाई थी. ही वाज फीडिंग लेफ्ट राइट टू टाके कुबो, लेफ्ट में पोर्तू होता था, बुम 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 बुम,
राइट.
लाइक ही इज द इंजन ऑफ रियल सोसिएडाड. और जिस टीम में जाए, चाहे वो स्पेनिश नेशनल टीम हो, चाहे वो आर्सेनल हो, चाहे रियल सोसिएडाड, ही कैन पुल स्ट्रिंग्स. लाइक ही इज बुशी. मतलब बुशी वाज मोर लैंकी, मोर इंटेलिजेंट एंड मोर वेरी आईक्यू. I would say Zubi is a mixture of Bushi and Xavi Varane.
Right. Absolutely. Akash, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you liked and subscribed the channel. What are you guys thinking about Barcelona should go for which level? We'll come to that. We'll come to that topic definitely. Right now, that's the main. And if people are tuning in, we'll also talk about like 3 or 4 or 5 La Masia products that we call like the famous products. Like, I'm not going to talk about Pedri and people, like the other ones. So stay tuned. We'll definitely do a lot of analysis there on what exactly um, uh, will turn out for them. Do the reply chats? Yes. Abhi chats pe isliye I'm taking a lot of comments right now. I think ek comment lenge and then we'll talk about it in summary. Not the first time Barca has failed to get a Basque player. Fernando Llorente, Gorka, Irazios, Yeray Alvarez, Laporta, etc. in multiple timelines under different managers. So so still a possibility. So again, a question comes, right? Is there still a possibility that Barca will try to sign Nico again next season, or this relationship has absolutely turned toxic at this point?
Okay, I'll tell you. There depends on supply and demand. Let's say Barca does well. There's a little La Masia boy जिसके बारे में बहुत बात हो रही है, Jan Virgil. If he comes up, he grows, he plays well, and there's another target. Supply demand की बात है. अगर बार्सा ने अपना fix ढूंढ लिया, this is not happening. This relationship is getting toxic. Yes. If Barca does not find a fix and Nico thinks he made a mistake, this might again happen again, because this is a lot of money. This is football, and this is about getting Barca back to glory by whichever way. एक साल में अगर उसने बड़ा बढ़िया कर दिया, it's all very good, सब बढ़िया होगा. But for now, current moment, presently, it's over.
It's over. The relationship is done right now, which comes to our next discussion. थोड़ा सा comments लेते हैं and then we'll switch to the left wing options we have. I think people are asking that what exactly are the left wing options. I think we're going to talk about it as well. Average Foodie बोल रहे हैं कि Barca should sign Elise Ben Seguir. He'll only cost 30 million euro. Who's this player exactly? I haven't checked it out. Is it from like I don't know about this player. लक्ष्य अगर आपको पता है तो just let me know.
Monaco का player है यार ये.
Monaco. He's a Monaco fan. He's a Monaco fan. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. Absolutely fair enough. I'm thankful to Monaco owners. We didn't took Lyon or Bordeaux route. We managed our own finances. Plus, we got Pogba, Dear, Fatty on salary with 0 transfer fees. What do you think about this?
Monaco has been that legendary club जिसने Henry, Arsene Wenger, Kylian Mbappe दिया है. So they function very differently from your regular French clubs.
Right.
एंड थोड़ा एक इशू भी है क्योंकि ब्रॉडकास्टिंग से इतना पैसा नहीं मिल पाता फ्रेंच
नहीं
क्लब
मिल
को
पाता
जितना
उनको
ला लीगा को या जितना आपको प्रीमियर लीग में
प्रीमियर
मिलता
लीग.
है. सो दे फेस a lot of issue and modern football it's all about money.
Right. Absolutely. Answer. Yes. We'll answer all the comments. Don't worry. लक्ष्य भाई थे हमारे ड्यूओलिंगो स्पेनिश का. आप तो मैड्रिड फैन हो ना? इज दिस नहीं.
Yes, I'm the Spanish guy but not the Madrid fan. I'm the Barca fan.
एग्जैक्टली. फेयर इनफ. और कोई कुछ चैट्स ले लेते हैं. आई थिंक रुको और क्या है. हाँ, बारसा शुड गो फॉर आइदर एंटोनियो नूसा और मैलिक फोफाना. मैलिक फोफाना
मैलिक
इज
फोफाना
अवेलेबल
का
फॉर फ्री.
बहुत बहुत नाम आ रहा है उसका. बट
राइट.
अभी मैं कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता है, कुछ कहना नहीं चाहता बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव द फाइनेंसेस राइट नाउ. एंड after we got fined 15 million bare minimum, it can go up to 60 million. How am I supposed to say as a creator कि यार ये आ जाए वो आ जाए, because I have no idea how much money Barca can spend if we can register somebody or if we cannot. Last
Right.
year 4 मिलियन का लिवरपूल का बैजेटिच नाम का डीएम चाहिए था, उसको रजिस्टर करने नहीं पाए थे. एंड ही वेंट टू आई थिंक लास्ट पाल्मास या कार्डिस चला गया था फॉर
Right.
ऑन अ लोन डील.
Right.
So it was that bad. And now I personally would need 5 to 6 days to at least get more information so that I could tell we can go for this, because this is not FIFA.
Right. This is
This is
this is
not FIFA.
exactly. I tell
Yildiz le
everyone this.
आओ, Yildiz le आओ, Malik Fofana le आओ, अच्छा Luis Díaz le आओ. Whatever happened at Liverpool, do you think, as a rational person, do you think Liverpool would deal with anybody right now?
Exactly, and this comes to exactly the point right now. There's this whole. I think there's a report that came that Barcelona like 4-3 से हो गया आपके रोमानो से हो गए कि Barcelona might actually put an official bid again for Luis Diaz for Liverpool. But वही मेरा point आ जाता है at this point. Will Liverpool even sell Luis Diaz? Not only because of what happened right now, since Darwin Núñez is leaving right now. Luis Diaz has played that false nine role at Liverpool. But from a Barcelona perspective, right? What would Luis Diaz really give you? And is Rashford another alternative? Because with Rashford, and you can have all the questions to me on Rashford. I can give you like detailed highs and lows of Rashford on what exactly went on. But do you think is Luis Diaz your right left wing option? Considering you really need left wingers for sure.
If money was not a question, definitely Luis Diaz. But money is a question, and we don't have that money. We can't register, at least for now. Till अभी के आज के दिन के हिसाब से ये है कि we can't afford him. Let's be honest. The only viable option that I can think of right now, unless कोई इनके पास data होता है, they have analysts, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा एक scout कर दिया है बंदा, and he's ready to come. Putting that apart, I only feel Rashford on a loan is one viable deal, and that's it. And condition being, Rashford is on what 300,000, 400,000 per week.
300,000 per.
He has to drastically drop his salary, let's say to 80,000.
Right.
Per week, and
per
then
week
and only
हाँ.
then and only then he can come for a loan period and work at Barcelona. The only positive that I can think of, जो भी ये क्लाउड में सिल्वर लाइनिंग दिख रही है मेरे को, Rashford is hungry. Rashford is hungry because his number 10 is given to Cunha. Now this guy has a point to prove.
Yes, and that exactly. I think United giving the number 10 to Cunha is absolutely the last resort that United could do right now to tell Rashford that आप salary cut लेके अपना ego drop करके you have to leave and at least help us, at least in a transfer or secure at least a 1-year loan deal. But what you're saying is Barcelona will be able to afford 80 to $100,000 euros per week salary to get Rashford, which means he will never take that wage cut.
That's the only option for him if he wants to play top flight football for a top club and probably compete in the Champions League. Because even João Felix came to 60,000 per week from 150 to whatever salary he was on Atletico Madrid. He had to also drastically drop because he was a Barca fan. खेलना था उसको. He had a point to prove. But Barcelona did not retain him in the coming season. He still wanted to continue. So Rashford के लिए भी same. It's the same. देखो, there's nothing. There's no secret about the fact that Barcelona can't give you even the half of what you are earning at Manchester United.
Right.
Barcelona will not give you that money, so you have to take that massive cut. hopefully outshine, outperform
Right.
your expectations, and then secure a proper deal, or probably go to AC Milan or
Right.
Inter Milan, जहाँ पे turmoil चल रहा है, but you become the main guy over there.
Right. How much was exactly Nico Williams offered in terms of wages as well?
Seven before taxes it was 14 or something, but after taxes he was earning 7 to 8.
He was earning 7 to 8 at Bilbao, right?
No,
And
no, no. I know Bilbao mein he was earning 300,000 per week. Barcelona he
300,000.
dropped his weight. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That
okay.
would be around what I don't know totally kya hoga, but in Barcelona for the 6 years, he accepted after taxes of 7 million per annum.
7 million per annum. So वो हो गया कितना आपका? पर वीक आपके कितने हो गए? 7-8 million हो गया तो पर मंथ आपका हो गया कितना? Okay, I see. So that's not massive salary. He took a really
Not at
really
all.
sal-
Yeah, yeah, he did.
he took a really really massive salary drop just to play for Barcelona and like
Yes, yes.
have his dreams alive.
Uh,
So this is exactly what the players also needs to understand that right now with the Sancho situation as well at United. Sancho is
hmm,
earning 200,000 k, and we are that's one of the real issues. We are not able to sell Sancho even to Juventus
hmm.
because these players are not even ready to take a wage cut. So I don't know. So what are your next alternative options? Like let's say we think that Luis Diaz Liverpool sell nahi karegi.
Hmm.
Rashford wage cut nahi lega to come to Barcelona. Where in my opinion, Hansi Flick can absolutely transform Rashford to something else. The
Hmm.
way he has transformed other players. What are the different alternatives in terms of the left wing options that Barcelona should look in terms of the financial situation as well going forward?
Nobody right now, nobody on this earth can tell you except Deco and the co. Like
Right,
I can give you names, Malik Fofana, go for this guy, go for that. But this is not, again, I'm saying this is not FIFA. Till
right,
the time I have the finances, we know, और वो finances कभी बाहर नहीं आने वाले हैं. It's
right,
internal documents. You would never know. So we can speculate. ये आ जाए. I am, as a Barcelona fan, I'm prepared for the worst. That nobody comes in.
right.
Probably we get a fullback, and we probably have to promote Jan Virgil, which is
जैन
a
वर्जिल पे
Lama.
यस जैन वर्जिल का क्वेश्चन भी आया था मेरे पास कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली कैन जैन वर्जिल रियली रियली लाइक रियली लाइक ब्रिंग इन लाइक आई थिंक इस पे तो अगर आ भी रहे हैं तो इस पॉइंट पे आई थिंक वी स्टार्ट फोकसिंग ऑन some of the really really massive talents, and before we even jump into the Lopez
Hmm.
uh and the Casados, I think let's talk about Rooney Bargi as well at this point. um
Hmm.
आई थिंक इसकी साइनिंग कंप्लीट नहीं हुई अभी तक, राइट?
No,
टेक्निकली
no, 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 no. It we got a here we go from Fabrizio Romano, but I have stopped believing Fabrizio Romano because he did a here we go for Nico Williams as well. नहीं
राइट
हुई है अभी. What I have noticed is because we just told Pablo Torre, अभी हम बेच रहे हैं. We are on a selling mode right now. Ansu
राइट
Fati gone, Pablo Torre gone. Next would be Christensen. जब ये सब चले जाएंगे, वेज बिल क्लियर हो जाएगा, थोड़ा पैसा इन आएगा,
राइट
and probably then we go for the shopping part of it. Right
राइट
now we
राइट
are in the selling zone. We are
राइट
selling players. Okay, you're not here, becho nikalo.
हम्म
Pablo Torre went for 5 million, just for
या
5 million. But the issue is he did not play. Christensen is easily worth 30 million, but he would only go for 15 million
या
because he
राइट
did
राइट
not play. Because he did not play. तो अभी बेचने का टाइम चल रहा है. टेस्टेगन के अभी न्यूज आ रही है, बिकॉज there's so much news happening and it is so difficult to tell, okay, this is true, this is not true. As far as I know,
आई थिंक लक्ष्य के साइड से कुछ इशू हुआ है. नो वरीज. once he's back, we'll definitely take more comments. अभी मैं थोड़ा सा comments भी ले लेता हूँ. um, Tanmoy Singha is here. Thank you so much. Hope you have subscribed to the channel and like this stream as well. First 11. So you're asking whether Rooney Barji will get into the first 11? I think it's very difficult to say right now because he's just 19. I think injuries se aaye hue hain. Uh, I think he's still. I think there's injury concerns as well. I think slowly integrate karenge usko. Will they send him on loan? I think that's where Lakshay will definitely give more insights to it as well. और थोड़ा सा कमेंट्स लेते हैं साइड में. रुको एक मिनट. राइट, एग्जैक्टली. Bhai, if you take left wing, then when will Rafinha play? False nine or Cam? If Cam, तो Olmo कहाँ खेलेगा? And this is where we're gonna talk about it because हम Casado पे भी आएंगे slowly. Casado पे भी आएंगे. Casado बोल रहा हूँ. Fermin Lopez पे आएंगे. Fermin Lopez is also a fantastic option there if let's say Rafinha left wing पे खेलेगा. Fermin Lopez has been absolutely fantastic for Barcelona as well. I think Lakshay is back as well. Um, once his camera is on, we'll add him to the stage. Yes, he's back. Awesome. Great. चलो चलो. आपका अभी भी इशू आ रहा है आई थिंक. अभी ठीक है, अभी ठीक है, अभी ठीक है, अभी ठीक है. नो ऑल गुड, नो ऑल गुड. आई थिंक अभी आपका अभी भी हैंग हो रहा है. लेट मी.
अच्छा, बिकॉज आई जस्ट कनेक्टेड माय फोन माय वेट.
आपके यहाँ से कनेक्शन के इश्यूज हैं at this point. But yes, I'm gonna still take some comments at this point. Swayam is here. Thank you so much, Swayam, for joining the stream. Absolutely. Love having you here. No, why first 11? No backup for Lamine. Lamine ka backup to nahi hai. This is where we'll have to see that how Rooney Barji will be integrated slowly into the squad. It will be very very interesting to see. Fantastic talent. 12 goals for Copenhagen, right? 12 goals for Copenhagen. How is going to integrate very very young player, very raw, I would say. But I think when it comes to talent identification, Barcelona is absolutely fantastic. Lakshay is joining back again as well. I think it's good now. हाँ, आपका अभी सही चल रहा है.
Yes,
अगर नहीं हुआ तो
sorry, my Wi-Fi just timed out.
Absolutely, no problem, no problem. तभी मैं बाकी comments भी ले रहा था. और एक comment आया तन्मय के, Rooney needs to stay because our academy players doesn't have much UCL experience. He could be a good option from bench. Let's talk about Rooney Barji at this point. Loudmouth Football is here as well. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, he's here right now. No worries. Even 34 थोड़ा comments ले लेते हैं, फिर will come to Rooney Barji, है ना. Even Kyle Walker 34-year-old got sold. हाँ, Kyle Walker joined Burnley, the newly promoted side Burnley. That's like
I saw.
That's like, whoa, how did this happen? And obviously do like the stream and also subscribe to Lakshay's channel as well. Fantastic Barcelona creator. You have to like, मेरे को बोलने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. Channel is already tagged on the title. आप लोग को जाके subscribe करना है and you have to
very sweet of you. Very sweet of you.
नहीं, absolutely. I mean, you're a fantastic creator. That's why I really wanted to have you on the channel as well. Very honest आप बात करते हैं and we have to really discuss. और भी बहुत सारे नए videos आएंगे with लक्ष्य. Season preview वगैरह करेंगे. Definitely do look forward to that as well. हाँ, अब रूनी बाजी पे अगर आ ही रहे हैं हम, right? Do you think, and this is where I post a question on the slide as well, does a loan deal make sense for Rooney Barji? Okay, from all the obviously we don't watch Copenhagen week in week out, so हम comp से ही देखें, right, what the player was and everything, right? Fantastic raw talent मैं बोलूँगा, right, on the right wing. क्या उसको integrate करेंगे first 11 पे like we saw with different youngsters, or do you think a loan deal first would make sense? What's this future looking like with Rooney Barji if he gets registered first of all?
I am a little scared because he plays at Lamine Yamal's position. Okay.
Right.
So I am scared that he does not become the second Victor Roque. All hype, nothing to deliver on the pitch. Not because uska talent nahi hai. It's just because you don't get the game time and then you lose confidence and then you get on the pitch, you can't perform and everything goes downhill for you. So I'm slightly scared because the position that he's coming in for.
Right.
I hope he also becomes a super sub like Ferran Torres, like Fermín López, players who are happy to sit on the bench, come at the 65th minute, provide you the energy, provide you the goal, provide you assist, good day at the field, bye-bye Tata, see you later. I love this about Fermín López, about Ferran Torres. They don't complain. They come, they perform, bye-bye Tata.
Right.
So I hope he also becomes one of them.
Right. And I think Rooney Barji has an injury right now as well. Like right away cannot be integrated. He is already fit. I think I was reading some stuff about that he's already injured when he's about to get signed.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. इसलिए like I was reading some rumors and stuff that he's injured and all. Chat बता सकते if you guys know what exactly is the status of right now for Rooney Baji. क्या बोल रहे Pablo Torre gone for too much cheap price, 10-15 million could have been good. I think it's so surprising. I think these are desperate calls financially, I would say, right?
Yeah, these are. Firstly, we don't have a space for Pablo Torre and we need money. तो जब दूसरे क्लब को भी पता है it's out there. Even मेरे को इधर बैठ के पता है तो clubs also know it. So
Right,
whatever
right,
money
right,
they're offering, we accept it क्योंकि सैलरी हमें फ्री करनी है, वो फाइन पे करना है, उसके बाद प्लेयर्स लाने हैं. So
right.
it's desperate time. और अब आप देखोगे क्रिस्टियनसन जाएगा फॉर वेरी चीप और फिर जाएगा आपका मार्क एंड्रे टर स्टेगन फॉर फ्री. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
Right,
टर्मिनेट ही होगा उसका सीधा. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी हैव टू गो थ्रू दिस फॉर वन मोर ईयर.
right.
एक और साल ऐसा निकालना पड़ेगा हमें.
Absolutely, absolutely. मैंने चैट पे पोल डाला हुआ है and this is where we gonna discuss about Pau Cubarsí. What
I my favorite player. He's my
what
favorite.
what a player. But uspe, so I always play devil's advocate when it comes to really really young talents as well, because I've seen like careers die down as well to a certain thing. But I think what we have seen with Pau Cubarsí is absolutely fantastic. But let's talk
Hmm.
about it. 18 years old. And
Hmm.
when I was looking the stats, like 97th percentile in pass progression. Which defender right now? मैं पासिंग नंबर्स की बस बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, शॉर्ट मीडियम पास, इट्स द प्रोग्रेसिव पासिंग एज वेल. उस पे एवरेजेस ही 90s में है. प्रोग्रेसिव कैरीज में ही ऑन द 76th और 80th परसेंटाइल अमॉन्ग ऑल डिफेंडर्स.
Hmm.
सो दिस सेज अ लॉट हाउ बार्सिलोना स्ट्रक्चर्स इटसेल्फ इन द हाई लाइन की बॉल आगे लेके जा रही है टिल द लाइक कंट्रोलिंग इन द मिडफील्ड एज वेल. But uske defensive numbers are not in terms of numbers when I'm speaking, right? And this is where we eye test और numbers में बहुत difference आ जाता है, right? 68 tackles, 32 shots blocked हैं. Shot blocking काफी better, काफी बढ़िया है. The tackles numbers are not as great as other defenders as well, which is fair enough, I think, because the demands of La Liga are not such in terms of the gung ho basketball style football that you are so involved defensively. So वो context लाना भी जरूरी है. But do you see him like the next PK or even bigger than PK in terms of ceiling?
You have to realize that PK has done everything and he got bored of it. वो सब जीत चुका था and he got bored of it. He won the Euro Cup, he won the World Cup, he won the Champions League multiple times. La Liga and Copa del Rey were a joke for him. The only excitement that he had was fighting with Real Madrid during El Clasicos.
Right.
So reaching that level is difficult. Xavi, Iniesta, PK, Puyol, Bushi level, you have to win everything. And that's a dream for probably every Spanish player.
Right.
But one thing about Pau Cubarsí is how good he is. Even at 18, he's ultra mature. He's that family sweet guy who is not
Right.
getting distracted by the fame, the money that he gets. And that is because of the coming from a certain Catalan family that he is, that he has that level-headed brain of not, going out of his way and doing things, buying those cars, taking that route. He is
Humble.
still a very humble, sweet, very Catalan, and that is same for Marc Casado.
Right.
That is same for Marc Bernal. That is
Right.
very much same for Hector Fort and all these Catalan boys who come from La Masia. And ये La Masia में पहुंचे हैं, but these guys come from small towns around Barcelona.
Right. Right.
क्या कहते हैं, from Reus एक छोटा टाउन है और बड़े सारे ऐसे छोटे छोटे टाउन्स जो अराउंड बार्सिलोना है, ये सब वहां से आते हैं. तो they don't have that I want to be the center of attention sort of a player. I am happy, my family first, my Catalan identity first.
Right.
I already live a good life. I don't need anything.
Absolutely. Tanmaya बोल रहे he played like PK, but his mentality is like Puyol. So much maturity, but some UCL matches he make couple of mistakes. Hopefully this season he becomes more unstoppable. I think Pau Cubarsí, first of all, at 18 years of age, starting in a Champions League game for Barcelona, reaching till semi-finals, I think that's first of all a massive step up, right? You have to realize that, and this is where players really get forged. मैं जो बोलता हूँ, right, कि वो experience आपको live मिलती है, right, playing against the top teams, that is gold. This is where I think Pau Cubarsí with his profile high line पे तो बार्सिलोना अच्छा खेल रही है. बहुत narratives चल रहे हैं, right, लक्ष्य, that Barcelona's defense not the best, But numbers are saying something else. 39 goals only conceded in the La Liga, which is very good. So इस पे आपको
That's
क्या
the
कहना
best
है?
thing. That is the best thing. Everybody was waiting for Barcelona to, self-destruct the after the highline that we saw. Like, अच्छा बायर्न वाली गेम में फटेंगे, अच्छा
Right,
रियल
right,
मैड्रिड वाली गेम में फटेंगे, नहीं अब बेनफिका के साथ अब फटेंगे, अब होगा एथलेटिको, अब होगा. It never came. It only came down to the Inter game जब we did not have a complete defense,
right, exactly.
where
And
we had two makeshift fullbacks, and it came down to that game. वो high line में it worked. You say whatever, and if you saw Hansi Flick ने interview दिया था after the season got over, he
right,
said, okay, we're not going to do the same thing. We are going to make some changes. There would be some tweaks in the system what we did. Okay,
हाँ,
last year चल गया, well and good, amazing. But this time हम थोड़ा defensively tweaks करेंगे कि जब हमने गेम मैनेज कर ली है, गेम हमारे हाथ में आ गई है,
हाँ,
आखिरी के 20 मिनट 30 मिनट कैसे गेम को मैनेज करना है, व्हाट वी डिड इन द स्पेनिश सुपर कप फाइनल, जब हम
yes,
रेड
yes.
कार्ड पे 10 मैन हो गए थे.
Right, exactly. And I think वही narratives अभी, and obviously Twitter is a very, very dark place, right? You go there, you
I'm not
hear
on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. That's the
it's
mistake.
good you're not on Twitter, because when I see in Twitter, it's absolutely like it's so dark outright that obviously ये tactical analysis तो है, and that's where Inter, let's be honest, like Inter absolutely exposed that piece of play, the highline, कि उन लोग wing backs को काफी अच्छा यूज किया था, right? And transitions पे काफी अच्छा Inter यूज की थी अपने full backs को in that semi-final tie. But the whole season, right, when people say that Barcelona's defense is not working, only 39 goals considered in La Liga, right? Madrid ने भी उतनी ही कंसीड करी है इन द होल सीजन, राइट? सो कॉन्टेक्स्ट वही है, एंड नंबर्स कुछ और आपको बताती हैं, राइट? सो people need to be patient that this is modern football we're talking about, where control needs to happen on the higher end of the pitch, right? And the football that Barcelona played was absolutely fantastic. That comes to another point as well, fantastic point there, Tanmoy, is everyone needs to praise Inigo Martinez. I mean, did you really expect Inigo Martinez to absolutely step up this season, considering the injuries to Araujo and um,
I was
even
more banking on Araujo, but वो
right,
injured हो गया. I knew Inigo was a good defender, which we saw for years, but he outperformed every goddamn person on the field when it comes to those defensive tackles. And you know the best part about it is people praise Pau Cubarsí because the numbers say so, and obviously he is
right,
that long ball, that passing short pass. Inigo Martinez is equally as good as Pau when it comes
right,
to spreading the ball. He can switch the ball just like Xabi Alonso from his position,
right,
put a
flank
diagonal
play.
and directly to Lamine Yamal. Directly,
And
he
we are
equally
seeing
does it.
this, and we are seeing this pattern a lot in a lot of the modern center backs. I think Inigo Martinez at 33 actually thought about it and switched up his play at this point. Like काफी dynamic play Barcelona खेली इस season. They were switching the balls to the wings at this point, and this is where comes to another player right now, Marc Casado. When I saw Marc Casado, right, I mean, the distribution, the ball distribution, at least in the Champions League when he played a few games, and even like, I mean, top tier. भाई, मतलब I became a bigger fan of Marc Casado when I saw him play. बॉल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन उसकी काफी अच्छी है, मीडियम टू शॉर्ट पासिंग उसके स्टैट्स बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छे हैं, राइट? Where, and only at the age 21, where do you see Marc Casado like as the prime starter for Barcelona, or do you think you guys need more folks like new prime signings in the central
No,
midfield?
no,
Or
no, 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 no. The midfield is already stacked. Okay, I'll tell you the names.
right,
Starters is Pedri, Frankie, and Olmo. This is the
Olmo,
starters.
right,
Now this next three in line: Gavi, Bernal, Casado,
Casado,
Fermin.
Fermin,
There are
right,
four world-class players sitting on the bench waiting for you कि आप हटो. Fermin is a super sub. उसने वो अपना accept कर लिया कि that I am a super sub. I will come, and I love about Fermin. I love this about Fermin that he flies under the radar. उसको कोई ध्यान नहीं देता, वो आता है, comes,
right,
scores that goal, and that is because for Gavi and Fermin, because
हाँ,
they do not come from La Masia. ये आते हैं साउथ ऑफ स्पेन से, अंडलूसिया से, बेटिस एकेडमी
Andalusia
से.
से,
So from the Betis Academy they came to La Masia. That's why they have that X factor जो आपको दिखता है on the field. That energy, that directness in Fermin and in Gavi.
right, right,
And then you have Casado. Casado is pure La Masia, pure Catalan blood of Catalan. When I say Catalan blood, it means tick 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 passing.
right.
देखना
The
भी नहीं है.
DNA,
That's
the footballing DNA we're talking about.
हाँ, short-heighted 5'6", 5'7", 5'8" sort of a guy who can आप उससे ball लेके दिखा दो. He will run you. He'll make you a fool and pass the ball to everybody triangles में, and he's one of that. तो ये मेरे को midfield के बारे में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And then you have Pedri, who is also not from La Masia, but the most La Masia, non-La Masia.
Exactly. I think he's a non-La Masia, but actually portrays all attributes that a La Masia player should have, exactly. And this is Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez, what I really, really loved about Fermin Lopez is the directness. Like, so, like, he plays high on the pitch, but very box to boxy, you know, like he can track back as well, मतलब helps in overloads as well. आपका फिर भागता भी है बहुत ज़्यादा. उसकी positioning in the box is so good. In some of, I mean, numbers are speaking by itself. Like 17 goals and 10 assists in just 41 starts out of 91 games. I mean, उसके maximum goals bench से आए, right? If I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. Most of his goals are from the bench. Fermín Lopez ne, how did he announce himself? USA Tour, El Clasico, came on, left-footed banger.
Absolutely.
He scored that banger and he announced himself that I am here to stay. And he was playing before that for a club called as Linares, which is in the 3rd division of La Liga. मिट्टी में Barro, उसे हम बोलते हैं Barro. He used to play in Barro. मिट्टी में खेलता था. And from that he, Xavi called him up and he became the Fermín Lopez that we know and we love.
And Bipra का ये question है. Pedri is from Las Palmas, I guess. Las Palmas?
Yes.
Right?
Las Palmas, yes.
Canary
Islands, basically Canary Islands.
Yes. Chats for ले लेते हैं. Barça forever says thank you so much, Maddie, for joining. Really appreciate. Mystic is also here. Yudhvir is also here. मेरे भी Discord server पे Barcelona fans काफी हैं. So they were waiting for this stream as well. अभी slowly आ रहे हैं सब. Zuhaib is here. Fermin's dribbling and his biomechanics look similar to Suarez and the same kind of shot striking. Absolutely. Oh, great comment, Zuhaib. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you have liked and subscribed to the channel. इस पे आपका क्या कहना है भाई? Zuhaib के comments. Fantastic comment, I think. Nailed on.
उसकी shot taking ability में I am in love with him. One complaint that I have from that Barca DNA is shot लेते नहीं है. Shot नहीं लेते. आपके पास सामने खुला गोल होता है, shot नहीं लेते. And this is something Gavi and Fermin had come, and even Olmo, even being from La Masia, he went to Zagreb and played in then Leipzig. ये चीज मेरे को अच्छी लगती है. Directness. No left, no right. सामने गोल है तो मैं सामने जाऊंगा. There was this point after 2017 till Messi left, till Hansi Flick came in. I was frustrated by Barca midfielders. यार आप बॉल घुमाए जा रहे हो, आप बॉल घुमाए जा रहे हो, आप बॉल घुमाए जा रहे हो, आप बॉल घुमाए. What would you do with that possession? I still remember the Celtic game, 900 passing, we lost 2-1. I still remember the Russia game of Spain, 1,000 passes, lost on penalties, 0-0 was the scoreline. I was mind-boggled. Why do you need to pass so much? The game is about shooting, scoring goals, and Fermin and Gavi came in and changed it. And thanks to Hansi Flick also.
Sometimes people forget the basics, right, of the game. Sometimes there's been a lot of things around overplaying football at this point. And this is where I think Fermin Lopez really brings that dynamism into let's just go berserk. अगर मेरे को opportunity मिल रही है, even if half chance भी है ना, I'll take a shot there because it's important to score. This season, Hansi Flick football we have seen. There's no more pedestrian stuff at Barcelona at this point. It's really dynamic. I was so surprised when I saw Barcelona. I was like, ये कहाँ से खेलने लगी है Barcelona? This is. I mean, I'm not
Rijkaard Barcelona. Reminded me of Frank Rijkaard Barcelona.
And when I saw this, I was like, hey, this is Premier League stuff. I mean, not comparing the leagues, but you know what I mean. Very fast, dynamic. What exactly turned on as well, which comes to another point that I would like to present is the Hector Fort situation, right? Now, I think 18 years old, right? Did some few appearances. Were you impressed enough, or do you think isko loan bhejna chahiye? But I think you guys need a wing back, a full back for sure at Barcelona. क्या situation है Hector Fort की? Do you see him integrating
personally, I love him.
Transfer?
Personally, I love him. Personally, I love Hector Fort. He came in under Xavi.
Right.
वो उस टाइम पे आया था जब हमको एथलेटिको मैड्रिड के साथ एक गेम खेलनी थी and we did not have a left back. So he played as left back and he impressed me a lot. Going forward, amazing. डिफेंसिवली हांसी फ्लिक इसको ट्रस्ट नहीं करता, एंड जब हांसी फ्लिक किसी को डिफेंसिवली ट्रस्ट नहीं करता, हांसी फ्लिक उसको नहीं खिलाता है. So that is the issue with Hector Fort. But again, Hector Fort is a Catalan. वो 2 साल खुशी-खुशी बेंच पे बैठ जाएगा, but he would wait for his chance. Personally, I love him. He's well. Time लगेगा integrate करने में. Has the talent. Going forward, definitely has the talent. Defensively, not the best defender.
Right. But I think these profile players ज़्यादा आ रहे हैं because of the way Hansi Flick also wants to play his football as well. बहुत ही ज़्यादा high line पे, very attacking, controlled based football, ताकि you get less opportunities to defend. I think वही situation है at this point. थोड़ा सा और comments भी ले लेते हैं at this point. अब्दुल्ला शेख बोल रहे हैं why can't Barca go all for Malik Fofana? इसके comments बहुत लोगों ने एक comment डाला है Malik Fofana. Now that Lyon is relegated to League 2, right? Is there an opportunity to get Malik Fofana? When I saw him against United, right? When Lyon played against United in the Europa League, very, very dynamic player. Left-sided, left-footed, nimble foot. Do you think this signing might work? And आप लोग को सस्ते में मिल सकता है ये signing? Very underrated.
Why not? But the thing is, we do not know क्या पैसा है, वो जा रहे हैं नहीं जा रहे. इतना अभी तो हम बेचने के spree में हैं, not in the buying spree right now. So I think we should go for him. I would love to see him. If he comes to Barcelona, ज़्यादा पैसा भी नहीं होगा. हमसे ज़्यादा बुरी हालत अभी लियोन की है. They need more money than Barcelona needs it. So if Barcelona gets it, I would really appreciate, because he can work.
Right.
But I will keep my expectations super low. My expectation that nobody comes in.
Right. And that's kind of a realistic expectation, considering first of all they have to officially register Olmo and Vitor, I think Pau Victor, right? So we have to do that first as well. A question है Mystique से as well. Why don't we swap Rashford with either of Fermin and Araujo? If you're talking from a United perspective, what do you think around Araujo? And Fermin के भी questions बहुत मेरे को आए chat पे around. I think there were a lot of rumors that Chelsea were going after Fermin Lopez a lot, right? उस पे आपका क्या कहना है? Like, and when you're speaking about the Barcelona selling spree, right? When you're talking about the Barcelona selling spree right now, do you think Barcelona will even consider selling Fermin Lopez?
Not gonna happen.
There's no way, right? I mean,
no
come
way.
on.
एक चीज देखो, अगर एक कोच ने अपना एक स्क्वाड अपने दिमाग में इमेजिन कर लिया है और उसमें फर्मीन आता है और उसमें अराउखो आता है, तो नहीं होने वाला वो.
Right.
I can cry my heart out saying don't sell Christensen, sell Araujo. But if Hansi Flick has decided, in my project there is Araujo, but there is no space for Christensen for whatever reason.
Right.
So it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
ये वही ना FIFA नहीं है. FIFA नहीं 85 रेटिंग है, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं इसको बेच देता हूँ और मैं इसको रख लेता हूँ और मैं इसको ले आता हूँ.
और सेटिंग्स में मैंने लूज रखी है negotiations, ठीक है, और मेरे को A मिल जाता है. It does not work like that. I mean, Fermin is as Barcelona as it can get with the football that Barcelona is moving into, much more into what Spain is playing today as well in the national team. Very similar dynamic football. Fermin Lopez fits that mode. Luke and De Jong रहेगा नहीं रहेगा in the coming seasons, we do not know. There's a lot of uncertainty, right? And that's why I don't see it happening. As a United fan, Fermin Lopez fits the billing right away in my team, but it's not going to happen. Even at Chelsea, why would Fermin Lopez go to Chelsea where there are like 50 or 60 odd players already in that squad? एक footballing culture की भी बात होती है, right? These players are very cultured in that way. We have to understand that कि they won't go after the bigger lifestyle जो लंदन प्रोवाइड करेगी या कोई बिगर सिटी प्रोवाइड करेगी. इट्स नॉट गोना हैपन.
एक ना एक और चीज होती है, वही जो कल्चर पार्ट दैट यू सेड, बीइंग स्पेनिश, इनको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, ये नहीं जाने वाले इंग्लिश. प्लस दे डोंट लाइक द वेदर. ये पूरी जिंदगी एक बीच टाउन से आते हैं, इनने बीच देखा है, गर्मी इनको पसंद है. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ अदर फैक्टर्स दैट कम्स इन. दैट्स व्हाई दे डोंट मूव आउट ऑफ स्पेन आल्सो.
Right.
Family, the weather, the country, language, all these things. James Rodriguez hated his time in Bayern Munich.
Yep.
Because he is from Colombia. Colombia is a good tropical country, और फिर वो ठंड जगह में आ गया. He did not like it. Same for a lot of Spanish players जो top हैं, चलो वो तो ठीक है, चले जाते हैं. There's a lot on stake. But जो mid वाले होते हैं वो नहीं छोड़ के जाते स्पेन. It's a challenge for them.
Absolutely. Comments for ले लेते हैं. काफी 24 people joining, watching the stream. Thank you so much. लाइक कर दो स्ट्रीम जाके, अगर लाइक्स मिलेंगी मेरी स्ट्रीम्स और जाएंगी क्रिएटर्स को, विल बी एबल टू गेट रियली रियली गुड गेस्ट लाइक लक्ष्य वी हैव टुडे एज वेल। बहुत हम लोग गेस्ट लाने वाले हैं। Zishan, hope you're watching as well. So, हाँ, एक मिस्टी का क्वेश्चन है, if Christensen is available for 10 to 15 million, I would take him. Thoughts? Astrox football. Okay. Christensen has played in the Premier League for Chelsea before. Decent defender, very good defender. Can he play in the back three, profile level pe? Maybe on the center of the two center backs. I think we already have Martinez and Euro as LCBs and RCBs. Already we have Dillit and Maguire. We have Heaven also coming up. Right now we have bigger fish to fry in terms of fixing our midfield and our striker position. I think we have to fix our midfield first. I have talked about this in a lot of streams as well. थोड़ा सा और कमेंट्स ले लेते हैं, थोड़े यूनाइटेड क्वेश्चंस भी आ रहे हैं, थोड़ा ले लेता हूँ चैट से, फिर विल कम टू बार्सिलोना. यस, एश ब्रो, डीसीएल टू यूनाइटेड थॉट्स. आई ड्रेड दिस एवरी नाइट that Dominic Calvert-Lewin to United. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin is on as a free agent right now. एवर्टन का स्ट्राइकर रही.
एवर्टन ने जो वो कर दिया उसको रिलीज.
हाँ, उसको हो गया, वो तो रिलीज कर दिया उसने. अब भाई द बिगेस्ट चैनल्स एंड यू आपके ट्विटर हो गया, सब एजेंडा लेके बैठे हैं कि फ्री में इसको ले लेते हैं. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. This is exactly the same mistake we're gonna do. Like if we sign DCL for free right now, he can't even stay fit. We have those issues with Luke Shaw and Mount already. Luke Shaw 4 सीजन मिस कर चुका है. उसको लेके आओगे, फिर सैलरी बुक में डालोगे. He's a free agent. He'll also obviously ask a lot of wages right now. We have to prioritize midfield. Let's fix it. First secure Mbuemo and then we'll move on. I think that's what I would do. युद्धवीर बोल रहे हैं कि Barcelona should sell Ter Stegen, Peña, Araujo and Oriol to get financially better. Do you see Ronald Araujo getting sold? I think there's a lot of criticism. I think Barcelona fans
Hansi Flick himself said it. He is in my project. वो रुकने वाला है. We can wish whatever we want, but वो नहीं जा रहा. Yes, I agree with you on Ter Stegen. पेनिया को एक क्लब मिल जाएगा. He will definitely leave. ओरियल रोमेओ तो बस इसलिए आया क्योंकि उसका पेरेंट क्लब बार्सिलोना. He is not going to stay. So right. Out of the 4 that he had mentioned, one is definitely staying, which is Araujo. The other 3 will leave eventually.
Right. Do you think Barca can go for Martinelli if they tend to miss out on Diaz? Martinelli could be a decent option for Barcelona, but cheap. Will he come cheap, Bipra? You're an Arsenal fan. Do chime in. What do you think? Will the 30, 35, 40 million deal for Martinelli work at Barcelona? Do you think he's the player that can turn up? Maybe he's not really turning up at Arsenal as he should be. Is it an option?
If I compare it to Nico Williams, no. But if I compare it to the other winger that we had, which is Ansu Fati, I would take him.
Right.
Now the thing is, abhi Barcelona is just getting their head in the right place. वो बैठेंगे, सोचेंगे, and then probably we might get somebody. और चाहने में और सच्चाई में बहुत फर्क है. It is about money. मैं वही है कि you know, at that level, a lot of finance, a lot of book balancing और क्लब को लाइव रखना, फैंस को भी खुश करना ना बहुत मुश्किल है अभी.
Right.
Like being in the Barcelona board, being Deco, being Laporta is right now one of the most difficult jobs in the world. क्योंकि आपसे लोग 2 से 3 महीने खफा रहेंगे, and then suddenly once Barcelona start the season, they start winning, everybody would forget. Because this happened exactly the same story last season when Nike deal होगी, right. 1:1 में आएंगे, 1:1 में आएंगे, Nico Williams आएगा, nothing happened.
Right.
But then Barcelona started playing, Hansi Flick came in, changed the story.
Yes.
And that the same Rafinha, the same Leva, the same Ferran Torres became the stars for Barcelona.
Stars, exactly. So
2 महीने शांत बैठ जाओ.
Exactly. Things change हो सकती है. Like I'll tell you, never ever in their whole history, and I've made a video on this before as well. In the history, even Man United thought they would finish 15th. And जो Nike deal आप बोल रहे हो, right? Every big brand that secures a deal with any club, उसमें performance based bonuses होती हैं. अगर if you don't reach your objectives, you might have to pay penalties on that. United had to go and play in Thailand and Hong Kong because they did not qualify for the Champions League. Finished 15th. They had to recoup 10 million euros. So they had to go and play. I mean, a lot of people are thinking United क्यों खेल रही season के बाद जाके friendly season. This is exactly the reason to recoup that money. So ये सब deals जो होती है ना, when teams perform really, really well, right? These numbers go up in terms of renewals हो गए, आपके नए brands जुड़ने लगते हैं, bigger brands आपकी new contract deals आने लगती हैं. football these days is much more than football. It's really a big financial model, and clubs अपने आप को sustain करने के लिए बहुत कुछ करती है. And if they have to make those players sell as well, they might have to do that as well. So fair point, man. Lakshay brilliantly put up. Martinelli can come in cheap as compared to Williams, and if he says more cheaper in terms of wages as well compared to Rashi and Williams, I think Martinelli का option बन सकता है, but I don't know if Martinelli can take Barcelona to that level, Bipra, in my opinion. Not the player that
परमानेंट साइनिंग होती है ना, ये 4-4 5-5 सालों के लिए होती है. वन फॉर 1% इट डज नॉट वर्क. 30 million बोलना आसान होता है, but 30 million going down the drain hurts you.
Right.
Victor Roque did not work for Barcelona. It hurt our finances so much.
Right.
So you have to get that player. You have to get somebody you know will work.
Exactly. And foresightedness एक होती है transfers की, right? I mean, look at the likes of Real Madrid, they do it like in terms of foresightedness, right? Foresightedness में I think एक आवाज आ रही है मेरी तरफ. हाँ, तो foresightedness एक रहती है कि you have to take those calls to, you know, Casemiro वाला example ले लो. Casemiro अगर 2 साल और रहता Madrid पे, it wouldn't have affected them, but they saw that we have to sell him because we have to get the likes of Camavinga and Chouameni. So आप जब भी साइनिंग करते हो ना, 5 साल के हिसाब से साइनिंग करते हो. ऐसा नहीं कि आप स्टॉप गैप करते हो, 1-2 साल चलेगी फिर हम किसी और को देखेंगे. These mistakes have been committed by so many clubs at this point. और कमेंट्स ले लेते हैं. लक्ष्य भाई, थॉट ऑन जैन वर्जिल.
I did talk about him. अगर कोई नहीं आता तो जैन वर्जिल would be the guy on the left wing. स्पेन के साथ जर्मनी का अंडर 21 में देखा था मैंने. He looked impressive. But I'm not going to say he's the next Pau Cubarsí or the Lamine Yamal.
Right. Absolutely. और भी कुछ comments आ रहे हैं at this point. So that means Barca need more of a proven player. Exactly. I mean, Arsenal needs more that right now. That's why you guys are going for Rodrigo. By the way, Rodrigo is not at all playing for Real Madrid. So that's what's going to happen at this point. Tanmay बोल रहे, what are your thoughts about Juan Garcia? And although he's the best goalkeeper in La Liga this season, 25-26 UCL will be his first major tournament. Will he be able to stand tall for Barca in the UCL? Good question. What are your thoughts on Juan Garcia at this point? Juan Garcia.
Anybody better than Ter Stegen, I am up for it. Right. He being 21, being Catalan, I think he will prove a lot of people wrong. If he plays well, might also creep himself inside the Spanish national team क्योंकि ज़्यादा competition नहीं है वहाँ पे. Unai Simon के बाद then you have Ramirez and Arsenal keeper, क्या नाम है, I forgot the name. David Raya. So he can also feature in the Spanish national team. So I am very optimistic about him because we were dealing with Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, I'll tell you, 4 shot मारोगे तो 4 goal होते हैं.
What exactly happened with Ter Stegen? Like once touted as like the best keeper that has come in this. Next Neuer, next Khan हो गए आपके in terms of personality and everything, in terms of the reach that he does, like वो ऐसे spreads his arms a lot, right? Where did it exactly go wrong with Ter Stegen?
One injury happened. उसकी एक injury हुई थी back की, where he had to go under surgery last season, and after that he was not the same player. मतलब वो उसका एक left नीचे bottom पे मारो वो नहीं dive मारता था, and then it all became like a static player जो नहीं कूदता. उसके मैंने इतनी बार देखा है कि I remember one Sane shot, boom, हाथ से निकल गया. Bellingham वाला goal, मतलब it was just like you shot Villarreal वाली game, अब shot मारो वो goal होएगा.
Right. Exactly. Fair enough. Pedri Potter एक comment था. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you have liked and subscribed to the channel. Pau Victor को लोन पे भेज दो, उसको एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा तो वो लेवा को रिप्लेस कर सकता है. तब तक रैशफोर्ड से काम चला लेंगे. What are your thoughts on this guy? This one.
Yeah, Pau Victor तो जाएगा. Pau Victor is definitely going off the books. अब वो लोन पे तो जाएगा. वो Girona came from Girona, might go back to Girona because Girona, जो Michel की जो Girona थी, that broke into the Champions League. Right. They might also need players. तो he might go on loan. इधर तो काम नहीं करेगा. And वो स्ट्राइकर खेला ही नहीं ना बारसा में. He played as a left wing only. क्योंकि सेंटर में लेवा एंड फेरान टोरेस ने अपने आप पूरा बना लिया था. And he did not impress me that much. जितनी उसकी हाइप बनी थी ना in the USA tour, 2 गोल मारे in the Clasico, it all died down.
Right. तन्मय बोल रहे बैट्समैन, अरे सीटी की आवाज है ये, कुछ नहीं है, चिल करो, खाना बन रहा है, बढ़िया आंटी खाना बना रही है, ठीक है, मस्त खाना बन रहा है, वो उसकी आवाज है. आई होप खाने की खुशबू आए. तो या सो मिस्टिक बोल रहे मार्टिनेली और रैशफोर्ड, विल यू रियली? Hey, Rashford, I think Rashford is any day a better option, man. Mistake. We all know about it. Like, I think a point very well made by Lakshay. I think 30 minutes or 40 minutes back, वही बोले कि Rashford is inching to start, inching to play. Right? वो बहुत जरूरी point है कि I think he's missed out on action a lot. He is ready to go on the pitch. Aston Villa पे जब he went on loan, right? He was initially showing those sparks, right? Coming out like 4 goals of few and 4 assists as well. That PSG game he was so good. Then he got injured. Rashford के साथ ये है ना लक्ष्य है. If Barcelona goes with Rashi, right? I'll give you perspective on what Rashi is, like Rashford is. So, context है. He was brought in so early in his career at United, right? That around him, did he have the right support system to absolutely grow? Very few players. Very few players. Like when you say few players, like Cavani वगैरह आए बाद में, but they did not sustain. So Bruno रहा, right? उसके साथ वो like the 25-26-year-old जो prime players होते हैं वो support कभी रहा नहीं around with Rashford. So Rashford had to take the mantle himself हमेशा, right? And एक बहुत ही interesting stat I did this on my previous team. Whenever Rashford crossed 25 goals and assists in a season for United, United has always finished in a podium finish. Second हुई या third हुई, right? Whenever he has his numbers have dropped below 15 या 12 10 या single digits पे, right? United finished 6th and 8th. So सब उस पे आ गया. And then there's this level of hot and cold performances. Will Hansi Flick be able to like demand like more from him? Demand करेगा तो क्या वो दे पाएगा? ये hot and cold ना रहने वाला है with Rashford. Now, when Rashford will produce you seasons, he's gonna produce you even better seasons than Rafinha. I'm not gonna lie, I'm telling you. उसकी ceiling वो हो सकती है. If he goes to Barcelona, I think Hansi Flick will unlock something in him. Definitely, it'll be a new, environment. मेरे हिसाब से sometimes you have to go away from a toxic environment. Look at what happened with Antony and Real Betis, right?
Oh, what a what a
transformation!
What a reincarnation, I would say.
Absolutely. सॉरी ब्रो, हेडफोन्स लगा इसलिए थोड़ा नहीं कोई इशू नहीं है. कुकर की सीटी है भाई, टेंशन मत लो. फॉर हाउ मच स्ट्रीम विल लास्ट? अरे आप खाना खाओ यार. सी डू योर ओन पर्सनल थिंग. स्ट्रीम तो होता रहेगा, आप स्ट्रीम बाद में आके चेक कर सकते हो. नो प्रॉब्लम, एब्सोल्युटली. Oh, thank you so much, Lakshay, for mentioning. Thank you so much. Really appreciate.
Like करो यार. I think कितने लोग देख रहे हैं? 27 लोग.
27 लोग.
Like क्यों नहीं करी है?
करो भाई. स्ट्रीम लाइक 50 पहुंचा दो. 50 पहुंचाओगे तो व्यूज बढ़िया जाएंगे स्ट्रीम के. आई एम क्रिएटिंग सम रियली गुड कंटेंट फॉर यू गाइस. स्पीकिंग ऑफ कंटेंट, people who have joined and have a lot of questions to ask. मैंने banners बनाए हुए हैं, so I'll ask a lot of questions to it. We'll go to them. Is first of all, आपने अगर मेरी Randers और Chucky की वीडियो नहीं, ये 2.8 तो पुराना है. It's already reached 3.2 views on YouTube. Small channel है और ऐसे views मिल रही है. Really created some detailed analysis content. आप जाके देखिए. मत्यूस कुनिया 5K ऊपर हो चुका है. And और भी I think Frimpong वाली वीडियो भी काफी डिटेल रही है. It's also doing well on YouTube. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate. New channel hai, people who have joined in, all the gratitude. Really all the gratitude. And thanks first of all, Lakshay, to also join in the stream, man. Absolutely appreciate. Really thank you so much. Absolutely. If Antony was a left-wing, Barca would have bought him by now. नहीं यार.
I think so.
हो सकता है.
I want to believe that.
Absolutely. John Lavin बोल रहे हैं, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you have liked and subscribed the channel. No Premier League team in the UK would touch Rashford. He's so lazy. Sometimes plays only okay, sometimes awful. I wouldn't touch him. That's exactly what I'm mentioning, right? His attacking prowess is very good, but when it comes to tracking back, आपके हो गए defensively, आपको effort दिखानी होती है. He will not offer you that in a consistent basis. वो final third में ही he will prove you really well. I mean, will he, like, I think Lakshay, if I'm not wrong in saying that Rafinha really provides much more than his attacking flair. He really tracks back. Does he provide the defensive cover? Do you see like I think that's the case with Rafinha, right? Will Hansi Flick accept a player who does not provide more defensive cover? What do you think of
वो करना पड़ेगा. Rafinha, if I talk about it, he is a workhorse. He presses. He's the first man to press.
Right.
He is very much happy to come back, defend. He fights for the badge. I'm not. देखो, Rashford आपको lazy इसलिए दिखा क्योंकि वो frustrated था.
Right.
अगर मैं अपनी नौकरी में frustrated हूँ तो मैं भी कहूँगा बाहर में जाओ यार, मैं नहीं कर रहा.
Right. I think mental fatigue.
हाँ, अगर मैं अपनी जॉब में खुश हूँ ना तो मैं अपना ज्यादा दूंगा अपनी सैलरी से. I'm gonna give you more because the place that I'm at, I'm happy.
Right.
And if I'm happy, I can defend for you. I can play as the second fiddle. I can be the main man. You tell
Yeah.
me what. I'll do
Yes.
everything for
Yes.
you.
Yes. So most likely Rashford looks like a good option for Barcelona, considering that it's not like Barcelona is playing the tiki taka anymore. It's not.
Hmm.
Like it's dynamic, it's fast, transition, like unpredictability. ये situations में Rashford will really work more than Luis Díaz in my opinion at Barcelona.
Hmm.
And for us United fans, obviously we'll have some money as well. तन्मय यहाँ बोल रहे हैं कि Barca does not have any problem having Rafinha on the left wing, but when big matches like UCL knockout come, El Clasico, getting too much dependent on Lamine Yamal for that left wing is a must. Exactly. I think do you
Lopsided
think
हो जाता है.
exactly, and this is where we have to, like, I know Hansi has unlocked Rafinha's this side of the game, but at Cam, Rafinha is something else. So
Else.
you have to unlock that even more this season if you have to really win Champions League. So left wing is very, very vital. I
I'm
absolutely agree.
satisfied with my 11. I'm satisfied with 11. The issue comes in the latter half of the tournament,
हाँ
where if let's say two players get injured and we do not
हाँ
have an answer, and there we struggle because
right
we don't have the depth. If Nico came in and then one full back, we were
right
all sorted. The whole issue here is we don't have that depth. And after that 11, the 12, 13, 14, 15, we don't have
right
anything.
right. Absolutely fair. एक क्वेश्चन है अराउंड, लाइक दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन आई हैड डन राइट, एंड हम लोग लेफ्ट विंग के बारे में बहुत बात की है. आई थिंक midfield pe obviously you guys are sorted, like in terms of the options you have three starters, you have three backups and are absolutely ready to take it to the next level. Now this is where it comes interesting. I know you have Ferran Torres as a
Hmm.
fantastic impact player, but
Hmm.
Lewandowski 42 goals last season,
Last
contract
season.
ends in 2026. who आज हम बात कर रहे थे फोर साइटेड ने साइनिंग की, किसको आप देख रहे हो लक्ष्य यहाँ पे टू रिप्लेस बार्सिलोना, टू
Uh,
रिप्लेस लेवेंडोस्की?
me being delusional, money is not a question. I would love Haaland or Alvarez, but it is a factor. So it all depends on how we do, how much money we make. The new camp now opens on the 13th of August.
राइट
जॉन गैम्पियर ट्रॉफी में उसका होगा.
राइट
और जितना we were losing on money for 2 years because we were not playing in camp now. We lost around easily 100 million per annum
कितने की
because
टिकट्स होती है ऑन अ रेगुलर बार्सिलोना गेम
मैंने
कैंप नो?
मैंने बेसिक मैचेस की कोपा डेल रे की 35 मिलियन की, एक ला लीगा गेम की 85 मिलियन की, एंड ऑन अ चैंपियंस लीग नाइट फॉर 150 यूरो बेसिक. एंड इट गोज अप टू जो आपकी कुशन सीट्स नियर
राइट
द डग आउट गोज अप टू 500 to 800 euros. These are
माय
non
गुडनेस,
VIP seats. I'm talking about non VIP
नॉन
seats.
वीआईपी सीट
So
राइट.
हाँ, तो per annum we were losing around 100 million just on the basis of match day revenue. Match day revenue is what? 5 million, 6 million, 8 million, 10 million can
राइट
go
राइट
up to that.
चैंपियंस लीग में मैंने ये स्टैट में बोल रहा था राइट, व्हेन आई वाज रीडिंग लॉट ऑफ आर्टिकल्स अराउंड हाउ
Hmm.
व्हाट यूनाइटेड लॉस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ चैंपियंस लीग. 8 से 10 मिलियन आपको चैंपियंस लीग देती है रेवेन्यू फॉर एवरी होम गेम.
हाँ,
सो
per
कितनी
match
होम
day.
गेम्स हो गए आपके? 7 होम गेम्स हो गए आपकी एटलीस्ट लीग
Hmm.
स्टेज में. आप लीग स्टेज क्रॉस करते हो तो 100 मिलियन आपको मिलता है. आप ऑलरेडी कमा चुके हो 180 मिलियन जस्ट बाय क्रॉसिंग द नेक्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ चैंपियंस लीग. आप फिर प्रोग्रेस करते हो तो एक्स्ट्रा आपको 50 से 60 मिलियन मिलता है टू डिफरेंट स्टेजेस. सो बहुत ही जरूरी सिचुएशन है कंसिडरिंग Barcelona is moving from that 1:4, 1:3 into a 1:1 rule.
Hmm.
For chat who has joined new as well, I think if I'm not wrong, that 1:1 rule is absolutely like जितना पैसा आप earn करोगे, you will have the authority to spend it on whoever you like, whether it's on player या आपकी अलग
Salary.
ऑपरेशनल सैलरीज, ऑपरेशनल रेवेन्यू आपको अगर मेंटेन करनी है तो एब्सोल्युटली. तो फ्यूचर स्ट्राइकर, अभी फ्यूचर स्ट्राइकर की बात है, हम लोग डाइग्रेस कर रहे थे. फ्यूचर स्ट्राइकर अब कौन आता है? इस ट्रांसफर इज अ बिग फैक्टर, बट ऑप्शंस के हिसाब से हु डू यू थिंक प्राइम ऑप्शन? हु
We
आई
had
थिंक
we had Gyökeres, Sesko, but सब अलग अलग जा रहे हैं. Jonathan David went to Juve. Gyökeres coming to Arsenal. अभी Hervey को किया है Fabrizio Romano ने. Sesko is I think going to Chelsea. Liverpool कहाँ जा रहा है Premier League? पता नहीं कहाँ जा रहा
Sesko, so Arsenal were actually in talks with Sesko a lot, right?
है.
Now Sesko has followed United on Instagram suddenly.
Hmm.
पता नहीं क्या हुआ है वो, ठीक है. Sesko, so I have seen Sesko play a lot, right? I think he'll be fantastic at Barcelona. Why I'll tell you. Tall, strong striker, very dynamic, and first of all ना जो आप बात कर रहे थे कि shots ज्यादा क्यों नहीं ले रहे हैं, Sesko has fantastic numbers taking shots from outside the box. I think Sesko really could work out because Arsenal Sesko से डील कर रही थी, Sesko का हुआ नहीं. Arsenal has gone in for Gyökeres. Sesko 80 से 90 मिलियन मांग रही है, Leipzig मांग रही है for Sesko. Next season would you try for Sesko? I think that's a I think Sesko works really good at Barcelona मेरे हिसाब से.
He would. But वही है कि अब wishful thinking है, Nico Williams खत्म हो गया, so now we take a different route, and that different route could be Ferran on the left and somebody playing centrally because Rafinha भी उधर है. तो when Xavi was there, I never thought Hansi Flick would come in, and when Hansi Flick came in, nobody trusted him to do that well. तो I will leave it to Hansi Flick. There's one person except the players that I trust in the management is Hansi Flick.
Right.
So I'm gonna again trust Hansi Flick. He would find a solution, fit whatever. He started with Bernal, Casado, Gerard Martin. These were kids.
Man, Gerard Martin. When I saw that guy play, I was like, ये seasoned left back क्यों लग रहा है मुझे? Like, he looked like a very seasoned left back, Gerard Martin. Like, is there something to do with the training regimes that Hansi Flick does, or is it something that it's a mental switch more than a tactical / footballing, like coaching switch?
I feel more it is more of a confidence because he's not technically gifted, speedy, or somebody like Balde, or he's not very the control of Marcelo or the flair, anything like that.
Right.
He's good at defending, and he was given a certain responsibility out of necessity, and he performed. He outperformed himself. He did well, especially in that Inter game. और उससे एक मैच पहले against Valladolid he had a man of the match performance. So it is all because of the environment that Hansi Flick gives you.
Exactly.
मतलब वो आपको अच्छा फील करा रहा है.
यूनाइटेड पे ये हमको यूनाइटेड पे इस टाइम पे चाहिए. आई थिंक राइट नाउ विद Amorim as well, with the disastrous season we had last season, right? I think with a fresh pre-season with us not playing in Europe gives us a really good opportunity to integrate players, and 3-4 ट्रेनिंग सेशंस होगी बिफोर एवरी गेम, सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? तन्मय का क्वेश्चन है, ब्रो मैन यूनाइटेड वांट टू सेल गार्नाचो एंड रैशफोर्ड. यस we do. Official transfer request भी आ चुके हैं at this point.
You know what is the funniest thing that I was seeing on my chat yesterday? I was live, and what do you think about Garnacho at Barcelona? And somebody commented, if Garnacho comes to Barcelona, I will stop supporting Barcelona. Is he that bad? My question is he that bad of a? Is that bad apple?
No, he's so there's context to it from a footballing standpoint, right? And मैं वो चीज रैशफोर्ड के बारे में बात कर रहा था, right? When he was integrated to the squad, did he have the support system? Garnacho started almost most of the game. He had like 30 odd appearances every season and start किया उसने game. At that age, to have that pressure on the shoulders to start for Man United is absolutely unfair on a 19-year-old and 20-year-old. I mean, let's look at सबकी ट्रेजेक्टरी ना, मैं बात हमेशा बोलता हूँ लक्ष्य है, सारी प्लेयर्स की ट्रेजेक्टरी, एवरी यंग प्लेयर्स ट्रेजेक्टरी वो हमेशा लमीन यमाल जैसी नहीं होगी, मेसी जैसी नहीं होगी. पीपल टेक टाइम टू ग्रो. कुछ प्लेयर्स पीक करते हैं लेट, लाइक लुक एट फेरान टोरेस, फैंटास्टिक इनिशियली, फिर ड्रॉप डाउन किया बट देन गॉट द राइट स्ट्रक्चर टू ग्रो एंड लुक एट हिज नंबर्स राइट नाउ. सो गर्नाचो के साथ भी यही सीन है. सो व्हाट आई हैव सीन ऑफ गर्नाचो इज gets into fantastic positions, right? Runs करता है, बॉक्स के अंदर घुसेगा, लेकिन that final product ना, आपको जो final pass देनी होती है, right? When you have to score, उस पे वो मात खा जाता है. When it comes to IQ ना, I'll give you an example. Champions League final में आपने देखा होगा Desiree Doué and the first goal. When he
went for Hakimi.
Right, he went for Hakimi instead of, so Garnacho होता है ना वहाँ पे, उसने near post पे मारना था shot, या फिर far post पे उसने shot लेना था, तो Sommer save कर लेता उसको. But he went for that Hakimi pass. So इस पे आपको क्या बोलते हैं? Like, this is what I exactly say. The IQ difference है. I think उसको grow करने का opportunity मिला. Fantastic talent, dribbling ability great, take ons करेगा, ball progress करेगा, counter attack पे is very good. Now the bad apple thing you're mentioning, right? अब United का इतना commercialized है situation in terms of environment, right? Like the diva personality comes in. I mean, we have so many examples. Sancho le lo, Rashford le lo, or diva PR teams control the narrative of these players. So ye culture, I don't think so Barcelona will ever accept. If Garnacho really puts his head down and performs right, then sky is the limit उस player के हिसाब से. But I think that's where एक option यहाँ पे वरुण बोल रहे हैं भाई, Ekitike for Barcelona. What do you think on Ekitike? आप और कितने time हो? Already we have 90 minutes.
I have time.
You have time, right? हाँ. I'll be streaming for more or 10-15 minutes, but definitely we'll take a lot of the comments. मेरे को okay. हाँ, I think एक और channel से I think I got an invite to join them soon. So I'll be streaming for more or 20-30 minutes. We'll take chats. We'll discuss about the striker options. Ekitike, what do you think of Ekitike? Ekitike,
I haven't seen him much, so I won't comment. देखा नहीं मैं ज़्यादा.
हाँ, मैंने जितना देखा है ना, लक्ष्य, I think Ekitike good player, versatile है, but at 100 million at this age, 100 million euros का price at that age, absolute no. He has to do more to get that valuation. But आजकल clubs ना random valuations कर रही हैं. They're trying to milk money from the big clubs. I don't think so. Ekitike would really be a good option. Where Abdullah is absolutely mentioning a player here, Dusan Vlahovic. Now उसका I think mutually agreement हो चुका है with Juventus to break the contract.
हाँ, he's out of favor. जब वो आया था बहुत हाइप बनी थी, लेफ्ट फुटेड एंड ही वाज स्कोरिंग द बैंगर्स,
राइट,
बट इवेंचुअली वही फॉलो ऑफ हो गया. यूवेंटस का भी फॉलो ऑफ हुआ और वालोविच का भी फॉलो ऑफ हो गया.
राइट,
वुड बी गुड. आई लाइक हिम, लाइक ही हैज द टैलेंट, ही इज वेरी गुड. विल बार्सिलोना गो फॉर हिम? आई एम नॉट श्योर.
Right. Addictor is here. Thank you so much. I hope you have liked the stream. Hope you have subscribed to the channel as well. Leo or Diaz, who would you choose? आप मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव पूछ रहे हो, लक्ष्य का तो पहले लक्ष्य जाएंगे, but I'll give my perspective on this as well.
I would pick Luis Díaz over Leao. Leao, I feel, is probably it's in AC Milan. Probably, I'm not sure. ऐसा लगता है कि he chimes out.
Right.
खेलते खेलते बीच में he just chimes out.
Completely like brain fade moments आने लगते हैं. He lost touch, मतलब ball lose कर लेता है अचानक touch में. But then suddenly when he starts dribbling, वही hot and cold player है. अब उस पे वही डिपेंड करता है कि will he give you that consistency, nailed on consistency every game, कि आपको हर मैचेस में वो नंबर्स नहीं आएंगे. And it is not fair on players to produce numbers every day. क्या वो एफर्ट डालेगा, क्या वो क्योंकि there's sometimes not just goals and assists, it's the chance creation, key passes, क्या वो सब numbers वो दे पाएगा on a regular consistent basis. वही लियाओ का प्रॉब्लम है, but player ceiling तो काफी बढ़िया है. Batman is here. Thank you so much Batman for joining. नाम बढ़िया आते हैं भाई स्ट्रीम में. When people come with very creative names. एक आता था ओनोनो, ठीक है, talking about ओनोनो, ठीक है. I was reading Andre Onana was from La Masia.
Yeah, he's from La Masia. I'll give you one more player you won't know. Icardi is also from.
हाँ, Mauro Icardi is from La Masia as well. I was like, Andre Onana was from La Masia. क्या हो गया बंदे को? Like, if we're talking about players coming from La Masia, very, very grounded, very focused, technically very, very strong. And Andre Onana was bought at United for one of his abilities of ball playing. That has completely gone wrong. He has made so many mistakes. Very, very like interesting. I was very surprised. That's why I created a banner for this. सब United fans को दिखाऊंगा. देखो भाई, Andre Onana was from La Masia. देख लो, right? और थोड़ा सा comments ले लेते हैं. Batman का comment. Yildiz को लाना चाहोगे? Very young.
यार Yildiz is the guy at Juventus. मेरे चाहने से नहीं हो पाएगा ना. चाहना, अगर मैं चाहूं तो मैं सीधा I'll go for the big man. I'll go for Haaland. I'll go for Alvarez.
हाँ, चाहने को तो यूनाइटेड के लिए मुझे वैल्वर्डे भी चाहिए, पर वो होगा क्या? नहीं होगा, राइट? वैल्वर्डे इज द यूनाइटेड डीएनए प्लेयर. जो वैल्वर्डे इज लाइक, अगर यूनाइटेड खेलेगा ना, ही इज मैन यूनाइटेड. वैल्वर्डे डज एवरीथिंग, राइट? Chris Hobson is in the stream. Thank you so much. You guys have started this thing again. Luis Díaz to Barcelona. That's exactly what you guys did in Nico Williams.
Chris, we did not start it. और ऐसा नहीं होता कि हमारे बात करने से cancel हो जाता. Let me make it very clear for you. Nico Williams rejected Barcelona because he wanted a clause in his contract where it said if we are not able to register him, वो चला जाएगा. हमारे बात करने से वो छोड़ के नहीं गया.
Yes, exactly.
So get your facts
There's
right.
no agenda we are running at this point. We are speaking facts. There's no waffle on this channel, even on Lakshya's channel as well. Facts पे बात होंगी and उसी पे बात कर रहे हैं.
मेरे बोलने से या मेरे बात करने से वो
Yeah.
प्लेयर आने जाने से नहीं होगा.
Right,
We
right,
just like to
right,
talk about football.
right.
और क्लब अनाउंस करे ना करे, we will still talk about it.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, I respect your opinion in this fair comment, but we are not doing anything on this. We are talking about it. कि why Nico Williams did not happen and what different realistic options people can think about, right? उस पे हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, right? Batman बोल रहे हैं फिर से Maxi Rodriguez was his teacher before. Well, Icardi did what he did. He played with Messi at La Masia. Yeah, fair, absolutely. Abdullah बोल रहे हैं कि Barca have two options. Only go for everything. Lookman is a good option, man.
Yeah.
And look for a La Masia in left back, right back, or buy a cheap left wing and Grimaldo. What's going on with Grimaldo, Lakshay, in terms of
Ex La Masia. Okay, firstly he's ex La Masia. ठीक है, comes for just 15 million.
Right.
And secondly, the thing is, the team that he played for, that great Leverkusen, अब उसमें कोई बचा नहीं. There's no Frimpong, there's no Xavi Alonso, there is no Florian Wirtz, there is no Jonathan Tah. So the core is gone. Now Grimaldo also wants a way out.
Yes.
Now the thing is Barcelona interested in him, and is he interested to play second fiddle to Balde? Because it will cost him his position in the Spanish league. Sorry, in the Spanish national team, क्योंकि दोनों लेफ्ट बैक खेलते हैं. बाल्डे को भी स्पेन के लिए खेलना है. Grimaldo also wants to be on that plane to America.
Right.
So now the question is, does he want to do it?
Right. बाल्डे like अगर इसको ये फिट रहेगा ना बाल्डे, like he can turn crazy numbers. I mean, I'm talking, I think very similar to Alphonso Davies का profile, right? Very direct, very मतलब darts in the box and style, वो style player है. Very young though, right? Balde. But do you still like, in my opinion, एक बढ़िया, I think अब्दुल्ला का बहुत अच्छा comment है, right? I think, do you see center back options आपको चाहिए with Inigo Martinez? Will he able to still produce those numbers, Inigo Martinez, for the next 2 seasons? How about Schlotterbeck for a good option right now?
I would love to see him at Barcelona. Right. But the only reason that he would come is because of Hansi Flick, एक German है. Other than that, I don't see a German centre back coming in.
Right. Absolutely. Also, 4 subs हैं और 400 के लिए. Guys, जो नए देख रहे हो, subscribe नहीं किया, please subscribe. We'll reach 400 within just 1.5 months in this channel. I mean, really appreciate. Thank you so much for the support, man. Really. Thank you so much. What if Barcelona buy Florentino Perez?
I would love. मतलब आप सबको हालैंड भी मतलब फ्लोरेंटिनो पेरेज ले आओ, इस क्लब की ट्रैजेक्टरी ऐसे ऊपर हो जाएगी.
Right. I mean, let's put rivals aside in terms of Barcelona element. I mean, Florentino Perez, you hate him or like him, he's effective as hell, right? When it comes to managing. I mean, Real Madrid, I remember when I used to watch, and nostalgia pe hum ja rahe hain, when there was a phase post Galacticos, right? Where Real Madrid was playing with the likes of Robinho, fantastic player again. वो Julio Baptista हो गए, Lasana Diarra हो गए, right? Those phases. Everyone was worried about, right? I know, exactly. Yeah, Drenthe. Oh my God, man. So
Van der Vaart.
Right. So उस phase पे people were worried that Real Madrid might just drop down in terms of like, and that time Barcelona was prime, right? Prime Barcelona. It was unbelievable to watch what I was watching every day, every week. Suddenly to make that shift to Cristiano Ronaldo, I think Cristiano Ronaldo's signing kick-started that whole effective signing. I think they did not go for the whole Galacticos right away, but slowly fixed that whole situation. I think this is where Florentino Perez really shines, right? And no matter if and you said it, right, even a Barcelona fan, if Florentino Perez run Barcelona will be a very well run club financially as well.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I love about Florentino Perez, somebody with that caliber, somebody with that head, forget football, put him in let's say a big fat fan company, he would generate you so much amount of business and money. It's only because of that shrewdness that he has, that old man. Probably he's not a good person, but he knows how to run a massive organization.
Right.
Florentino Perez in let's say a big let's say Facebook, Google, or Amazon, or a Pizza Hut managing a massive big company, he would be amazing. And that is what I love about, more than I love football, I equally love businesses and how money works and that. And मैं बस सोचता हूँ कि Florentino Perez कोई किसी he let me give you some context also. Florentino Perez comes from Madrid, and he comes from that boom. उसने पैसा बनाया था अपना in the construction market, and in the 70s, in the 80s, when Spain became a democracy, construction was a big thing in Spain.
Absolutely.
And he made his money there. वो construction वाले business से आता है, and then he joined Madrid, and eventually he went up the ranks. तो उसको business करना आता है. More than he's a politician. More than a politician, he's a businessman.
Right.
And he does not care about your feelings. He did not care about Iker Casillas. He did not care about Jose Mourinho. He did not care about Arbeloa. He did not care about Ozil. He did not care about Kaká. नहीं कहा हमारे चलो मॉड्रिच आ रहा है, नहीं कहा हमारा क्रूज आ रहा है, नहीं है तो ठीक है, next by next.
Yes. Almighty Blues is in the house. Thank you so much, Ankit.
अंकित भाई, hello अंकित भाई, क्या हाल है?
अंकित भाई, आपका मैसेज देखा है, मैं आता हूँ, टेंशन नहीं, आता हूँ मैं. ठीक है, फ्री हूँ. अंकित भाई के साथ काफी स्ट्रीम की है मैंने. लव हिम मैन, व्हाट अ गाय. Abdullah बोले, in future maybe we do not sign a world class striker. We could be seeing Rafinha slowly ending up playing as a number 9, reminding me of Romario. Wow, okay. Rafinha, okay, that's an interesting point. So Rafinha as a false 9/striker, see, mere hisab se he gets really unleashed in that, behind the box, runs banao, but striker, I don't think so he's going to work out, man. I mean, what do you think, Lakshay?
Centrally he might as a false 9, and Barcelona में हमने देखा हुआ है. प्रॉपर स्ट्राइकर तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. फिर वो क्या होगा कि अब व्हेन यू अटैकिंग, आपके फुल बैक्स आर द वंस हु आर पुश्ड इन, एंड Rafinha थोड़ा नीचे ड्रॉप इन कर रहा है, ही इज बीइंग द कनेक्टर, एंड देन ही मेक्स दोस लेट रन्स एंड गिव्स यू दोस गोल्स. बट अ प्रॉपर नंबर 9 आई डू नॉट थिंक सो. अगर पैसा नहीं होता, नहीं ला पाते, देन यस, बट इन एन आइडियल सिचुएशन, false 9.
Yes, absolutely. Barca got an assignment to be complete by 12 minutes. So Ash bro listening, Ash bro enjoy. Yeah, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate. I mean, we have fantastic session by Maza Araj. We're talking so much about football, and see, this is what I want, Lakshay, on the channel. Like the thing you said about Florentino Perez as well. Like people who join the stream, right? आप कुछ सीख के जाओ, कुछ नया सीख के जाओ. बस हम कंट्रोवर्सी अगर करना है तो मेरे पास भी बहुत हॉट टेक क्लिकबेट कंटेंट है, मैं डाल सकता हूँ.
मैंने इंस्टाग्राम पे यही किया, फिर छोड़ दिया. मेरे को एक मैड्रिड को स्पेनिश में बोलना है, हाउ मैड्रिड दिस, और मेरे 50 से 60 हजार व्यूज कंफर्म्ड है ऑन एनी रील. बट आई डोंट वांट टू डू इट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई लेफ्ट दैट.
Exactly. So my whole thing about football discourse is to keep it very civil and understand the POV, right? अगर एक प्लेयर अच्छा नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है? ऐसा नहीं कि अच्छा नहीं है, क्यों नहीं है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है. एक प्लेयर अपनी, like Rashford का, we did a fantastic video with Animesh, football bloody hell, MUSC Mumbai के लिए fans जो support.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to him. He's very, very nice guy.
Fantastic, right? So उसने बढ़िया से एक layer context दिया कि why that up and down happened. So लोगों को कॉन्टेक्स्ट जरूरी. जैसे कि मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा टर स्टेगन के, नाउ पीपल से टर स्टेगन इज अ वेरी शिट कीपर. ओ माय गॉड लक्ष्य, आई विल टेल यू, मैंने 4 या 5 दिन पहले एक ट्वीट देखी अराउंड टर स्टेगन. देयर वाज अ 2-hour कंपाइलेशन वीडियो ऑफ ऑल टर स्टेगन मिस्टेक्स, 2 घंटे की. पीपल आर दैट लाइक स्क्रूड अप कि आप एक हेट वीडियो 2 घंटे तक बना सकते हो एक प्लेयर के लिए. सो दैट्स हाउ टॉक्सिक सोशल मीडिया इज, राइट? And
I think वो ना maturity की बात है. We are in that age कि you are working, आपका job है, मेरा job है. So in jobs you have to find solutions. You can't talk about problems all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem है. I understand there is a problem. Solution है क्या आपके पास? So our brain works कि इसका solution क्या है? On Twitter, on YouTube is ये problem है. ठीक है, माना problem है. Exactly. You know, when you reach that level, when you're managing that sort of money at a personal level or in a company,
right,
तो आप ये नहीं कर सकते कि ये खराब है. आपका दिमाग चलता ही ऐसे कि let me find a solution for it.
Exactly. Loudmouth football बोल रहे हैं, funny how watched Rafinha under Bielsa from the right at Leeds.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Even in Barcelona.
absolute nuts. What a player. Definitely one of the best servicing. Bamford pushed him to the left, but I don't think that guy can play a false nine. No, he cannot. I mean, that's why I think Cam and a right wing or a left wing works for him. Center forward, it might not work out. Sesko, I think, from whatever I've seen, Lakshay, Sesko, एक तो aerial duels भी जीतता है बंदा, Sesko, right? So really definitely Sesko can work at. I mean, वही Lewandowski वाला build भी है उसका, you know. That वो तो I think Sesko you should look at for next season. Hansi Flick maybe wants Lamine Yamal to move centrally slowly, just like Messi. Do you agree with the statement, or I think for me Lamine works wide and then drifts to the central folks, carry करके progressively.
If it is working right now, and there's no need for it, don't do it.
Exactly.
Messi, Pep Guardiola ने revolutionize किया था वो false nine. मेसी का वो और एक जो सबसे बड़ा फर्क मेसी और लमीन यमाल में ना, लमीन यमाल इज टॉल.
राइट.
मेसी तो वो उसका एक अलग डायनामिक है वो जो लमीन यमाल लाता है आपके लिए. एंड ही वाज पुश्ड इनटू द सेंट्रल रोल बिकॉज़ इब्रा से खुश नहीं था पेप गार्डियोला. तो वो सिचुएशन में डिमांड कर रही थी.
राइट. और ये भी है कि नाउ लेवेंडोस्की का ये सिचुएशन मुझे लग रहा है कि इजी. आई मीन, ही स्टिल गुड एनफ इन माय ओपिनियन. अभी भी 30-35 गोल्स आपको इजीली दे सकता है बिकॉज द रेस्ट ऑफ द फोक्स आर डूइंग द मेजर जॉब ऑफ कंट्रोलिंग द गेम टॉप हाफ में एंड एवरीथिंग. Do you see Ferran Torres starting more this season? Considering
I'm thinking that's going to happen and Leva would be second fit. Leva शुरू करेगा सीजन वैसे ही, but eventually because आपको फ्यूचर का भी देखना है, धीरे करके you would see Ferran starting and same goes in the midfield where Frankie का थोड़ा कम होएगा and Bernal because he's coming from ACL you would see Bernal starting.
Bernal I was very impressed with along with Casado. I think really in my opinion Casado has a fantastic ceiling in terms of जब मैंने ball distribution देखी right in few of the Champions League I was like this guy can switch play. If a player can switch play, vision बढ़िया है ना, they can play in any position like be it pivot हो गया, be it a supporting central defensive midfielder. Absolutely. 3 subscribers to go for 400 people. पहुंचा दो 400, मजा आ जाए आज भाई, दिन बन जाएगा मेरा. Thank you so much first of all the support. Yes, ये comment ले लिया. I think already we have streamed for more than 1.5 hours right now. I think
yes,
we had a fantastic discussion there. Lakshay, I will do more streams together. If you have to do any if you have any United stuff to talk about as well or Premier League in general, आपको if you want to get more insights, happy to join in with you someday.
Yeah.
Right? And people who are watching, season preview videos आने वाले हैं a lot. I'm gonna have Lakshay and me talk about the Barcelona season preview, what to expect, which are the players to look out for, even from a rival perspective, what to expect and how they are planning against Barcelona. So we'll look forward to that. We will do that as well. Fantastic. Haq South Bowler, love from Nepal. Absolutely, thank you so much. I really have a lot of subscribers from Nepal as well who really come to the stream. Really,
they do.
They absolutely fantastic football people, by the way. Really know their shit. Absolutely, really good. Like some of the comments I get on my streams are really fantastic. I think Olmo will play false nine frequently if we get left wing. क्या बोलना चाहेंगे इस पे आप?
एक मैच था हमारा बेटीज के साथ इन द कोपा डेल रे क्वार्टर फाइनल था. He played as false nine and he was very good. Right. I मतलब he has worked. He has played in that position and he worked. एक दो मैच ही खेला था. तो it is not a bad option. Love to see him there.
Exactly. क्योंकि मैं ऑल्मो की हीट मैप्स वगैरह देख रहा था, राइट? वेरी वर्सेटाइल, हर जगह है. एंड यू नो व्हेन आई सॉ द हीट मैप ऑफ फर्मिन लोपेज, भाई साहब के हर पोजीशन पे उसकी हीट मैप्स हैं. इवन व्हेन एंड आई वाज लाइक these guys can also do the box to box job. Olmo really drifts down that वो थोड़ा words type का profile है ना, where he can absolutely
classic number 10
number 10 वाला where drifts in. But I think slowly at 26 also is learning the new methods of football, कि कैसे वो adapting to the new demands as well with the news. I think his Spain's performances have really upgraded him. I know a lot of people when he was getting bought at Barcelona, 60-65 million था, right? कितनी थी? I think उतने पे खरीदा था, right?
65, yes.
Leipzig में उसके नंबर्स नहीं थे. when and people used to question कि नहीं Olmo might not work, but I always say more than numbers ना आप when you make things happen movement wise off the ball ये हो गया ना वो सब बहुत मैटर करता है. Which Tijani Reinders has been doing a lot at Man City. आपने अगर वीडियो नहीं देखा है किसी ने Tijani Reinders and Turkey का, do check out. Detail मैंने analysis किए उस पे. Pramodini is here. Thank you so much for joining. To be honest, I don't want camp type players. I want players in attack जो उनका natural position हो. By the way, Jayma Samli. Thank you so much, Jayma Samli, man. Absolutely, he's from Odisha as well. So I'm from Odisha. So वो connection है. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking from a Barcelona perspective, that shift is happening, right, Lakshay? In terms of more direct football. Fermin से हम देख रहे हैं. Ferran Torres is that type of player. I think वो देखने मिल रहा है, right? Leva, अच्छा अब ये आप comment लो. Leva will have a limited time than Ferran Torres because Flick maybe wants to try and test Ferran properly. He found out that Ferran can only play as a 9 or false 9, not decent as a winger.
करेक्ट. स्पेन की टीम में भी जब वो इंटीग्रेट हुआ था ना वो विंग से व्हेन ही स्टार्टेड एट अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप व्हेन आई वाज वर्किंग विद हिम ही स्टार्टेड एट द राइट विंग देन ही वेंट ऑन द लेफ्ट विंग एंड देन स्पेन में उसको सेंट्रली ट्राई किया बिकॉज़ स्पेन डिड नॉट हैव अ स्ट्राइकर एंड इट वर्कड. ही स्कोर्ड दैट हैट्रिक अगेंस्ट जर्मनी एंड देन सेंट्रली उसने काम करना शुरू किया एंड सेंट्रली ही प्लेड रियली वेल एंड देन ही केम टू बार्सिलोना एंड बार्सिलोना का ट्रैजेक्टरी खराब चल रहा था तो उसका भी फॉर्म खराब हो गया. He will play as number 9 for Hansi Flick. He is the second fiddle for Leva. But this season, what Abdullah said, यही होगा. Start करेगा Leva, but eventually fade off होते Ferran would come. अगर Leva still produces those numbers, it would be the same way we have seen. Leva number 1 and then Ferri would be number 2.
Right. And signing left wing will allow Rafinha to play behind the striker will be unleashed. Absolutely. यही unleash उसने Leeds पे भी करी थी. Leeds पे he was everywhere, right? Rafinha, I mean, let's talk about that whole Ballon d'Or conversation. अगर I don't treat Ballon d'Or as the pinnacle in my opinion. I do not. But for the sake of it, अगर Barcelona जीत जाती Champions League, right? Was Rafinha your Ballon d'Or right away or was it Lamine Yamal?
Rafinha for me.
Rafinha, right? Any day. Like
the shouts were for Rafinha only.
The shouts were Rafinha as well, right? ये क्या है यार? ये क्या क्वेश्चन है?
ये मेरे चैनल से आया है. So basically he claims, disappointed Chacha claims that he works with Hansi Flick.
Oh my god.
ये मेरे चैनल से आए हैं.
Oh my god. कोई बात नहीं.
So on my channel there are certain characters. One is Vijay Chai Wala. So he claims that he sells snacks at Camp Nou and after Camp Nou got destroyed after तो उसकी 2 साल से जॉब चली गई है.
Oh my god.
So I get characters on my channel.
Oh my god. आते मेरे भी आते हैं कभी-कभी interesting. But ऐसे होने भी चाहिए. Streams काफी fun रहती है. By the way guys, we have reached 400 subscribers right now. Thank you so much, bhai. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 400 subs. Let's go. Let's go. Really emotional right now at this point, honestly. 1.5 महीने हुआ है channel and we are 400 right now. Hopefully, आप ऐसे ही support देते रहो यार. बाकी सारे आप जाके videos देखो यार. Really it helps. Ash भाई उनको married है जरूरत नहीं. Oh my god. अभी comment section is going fire right now.
This is my stream every day. एक ना I stream with a friend Saad. तो हुआ क्या when Kunde scored that goal ना तो he got so excited and he humped on his chair. मतलब खुशी में. तो एक उसके कुछ दिन बाद एक अकाउंट आता है साद आलम और उसका बेटा चेयर का बेटा.
Oh my god. मतलब उसी नाम के अकाउंट क्रिएट करके आ जाते हैं.
हाँ. So I also stream with a guy like he's elder to me. तो वो बोलते कि ना मैं बहुत पुराने जमाने से हूँ तो मैंने वो माल्डीनी वाला फुटबॉल देखा है. तो ना चैट में लोग आते हैं कहते हैं फारूक भाई तो इतने पुराने हैं इन्होंने जीसस का बर्थ देखा है. फारूक भाई इतने पुराने हैं. तो एक बंदे ने अकाउंट बनाया फारूक भाई का डायनासोर कि फारूक भाई इतने पुराने और मैं
ब्रो मैं काफी डिस्कॉर्ड मेरे खुद के डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर हो गया. लाइक आई एम बीइंग लाइक ऑन लॉट ऑफ अदर सर्वर्स एज वेल. आई एम 33 years old, right? So I'm 33. So I'm already uncle for a lot of folks who are already like कॉलेज में पढ़ रहे हैं, तो मुझे भी आते हैं भाई। मतलब मैं जब चैट पे आता हूँ ना, अंकल अंकल आ ही जाते हैं, डायनासोर, ठीक है, वो बूढ़े हो गए, वो वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, हैरी पॉटर के सारे मीम्स आने लगते हैं। इट इज व्हाट इट इज मैन, एब्सोल्युटली। Dumbledore, exactly. Dumbledore and everyone. So it's okay. I accept. I love young people. I love being around young people. Keeps me young as well. Absolutely love it. SK बोल रहे, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you have subscribed. 400 के ऊपर पहुंच गए. Thank you so much. Hasib Rahman is here. Hi,
He's
Lakshya
from my
bhai.
channel. He's my क्या कहते हैं moderator. Very
Oh,
sweet guy. Very sweet
absolutely.
guy. Been there since day one and now the moderator of my channel.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Hasib. Last 2 घंटे हो गए. We have, even पहले, before joining stream, we were chatting, Lakshya and me. Fantastic discussion, like amazing. We had a fantastic time today. Football Phil Alex is here. Thank you so much. Hello guys. Absolutely. Hello. Thank you so much. Like करो, subscribe करो guys. How many likes मेरे को पता नहीं, मेरे को ट्रैक करना पड़ेगा.
For almost 50. आपका टारगेट हो गया.
अरे 50, चलो क्या बात है. 47 likes, 3 more likes to go for 50 पहुंचा देता है ना. YouTube के algorithm works like
हाँ यार,
works
please.
really fine, है ना.
सब like.
हाँ. Last question please wait. नहीं है अब. I think 5 minutes के लिए और है. I'll take maximum और 2 या 3 questions. अगर United के कोई questions है, लक्ष्य, if you want to ask, or
Yeah, I want to know.
definitely go for it.
हाँ, my question is, मतलब I understand. My first question is, because I'll tell you about my
and be absolutely honest, and I have a thick skin. I can
नहीं,
do
मैं
football.
difficult
मैं
question
hurt
नहीं
नहीं
पूछ
होगा.
रहा. नहीं, मैं difficult question नहीं, because मेरे घर के I've lived in this house for 20-30 years. तो घर के सामने park है, and we were like 10-12 kids, and most of them were United fans because Sir Alex Ferguson, Ronaldo effect.
Absolutely.
Most of them were United fans.
Absolutely.
तो मेरे को ये पूछना है कि when Glazers came in, ऐसा क्या हुआ है कि fans got Glazers out एकदम से कि निकल जाओ भाई.
Goodness me, man. I mean, I'll send you a good article. Athletic
Did I open a can of
हाँ, वो एक बैंडेड आपने खोल दिया है, right? And this is where I'll give you details, right? So Glazer जब आए ना, they bought the club on debt. On ये debt ऐसा नहीं है कि it's a like a high interest, it's a revolving debt होता है ना, जैसे line of credit बोलते हैं, revolving debt होती रहती है, जैसे आप चल रहा है, you have to keep on paying the interest. तो अब से बस जितनी revenue United की आती रहती है, the interest is getting paid. I'll send you I'll send you an article Athletic पे. There's a very detailed, उसमें हर साल कितनी payments हुई हैं United की debt के मामले में. Since the past few years, 10 years, हम लोगों ने बस 2 बड़ी payment की है towards that debt. And that debt has now risen up to 700 million euros or 800 million.
And it started from?
It started from when Glazers took over the club on debt.
What was the money? मतलब from zero to 700.
Yes, so exactly. So
they bought the club. They put the debt on the club.
Exactly.
And the
revenue से खींच के interest pay हो रहा है, right? And वो debt ऊपर नीचे कुछ principal payments हुई हैं in the past. तो वही बोल रहा हूँ, 2 या 3 principal payments हुई हैं, right? And then वो payment stop हो गई हैं. Now अभी recently I was checking, 800 million euros का debt है, and now plans to get another stadium 2022 पे. So the thing is that we United fans, not in terms of the चलो वो debt अलग बात है, right? In terms of how the club was run post Sir Alex Ferguson era, like the likes of Ed Woodward, non-footballing people,
accountant था क्या था वो? Was he an
accountant था, right? He and then he went into football operations. Like, where does it match, man? And right, and recently we had अपना क्या Dan Ashworth हो गया, right? Dan Ashworth को we got him, proper footballing guy. उसको Ineos के साथ, Ineos when took over, उसके साथ मैच नहीं हुआ तो he was sacked. Ineos पे तो अलग आएंगे, but with Glazers it's like years and years of putting the club on debt. उससे क्या हुआ ना, when even Ronaldo mentioned is that our facilities at Carrington did not improve.
Change. It's the same. Right. The gym is same. The machines are same.
The stadium still leaks water when it rains. Like such an iconic stadium, Manchester United ka Old Trafford. It did not. It absolutely did not recover and never was refurbished. Never was renovated in parts. Right. वो सारी factors आ गई that Old Trafford right now is just
There's one part of it ना, the main stand can't be renovated क्योंकि वहाँ पे वो है, क्या कहते हैं, railway track जा रहा है.
Right. Exactly. That's a fantastic point. The reason we cannot do that renovation, at least stadium wise, is because of the Manchester Railroad. That's why we got to get a new stadium, and with that new stadium, we're gonna invest a lot of money in the Manchester or River Canal rejuvenation project. तो उसमें भी बहुत होने वाला है, right? But with Glazers, right? इतनी debt आपकी रहती है ना, you always struggle in the financial transfer market. Having said that, we spent close to 700 million euros in the last how many like 3 or 5 4 4 5 years, right? The thing is, the people who were running the club, like Ed Woodward ho gaye aapke, they were inflating the transfer market a lot. Like, you imagine paying 90 million for Anthony, who was a 40 million player. Mason Mount आपके 200k wages पे हैं. Sancho's agents, there was a story, and there's not a conspiracy, it's a story, it's a fact that recently came out, that Sancho and his agents, when they dealt with United, right? They were expecting at least 120, 130, but Ed Woodward ने directly 250 का offer दे दिया. Right? Our books getting balanced, so we had to sell last season Scott McTominay, who went on to
became the Serie A player.
MVP 25 million homegrown player को हम लोगों ने बेचा to furnish an उगारते deal. So where does this land up? If you consider United's revenue, one of the best in the world.
It's second. It's better than Barcelona.
Exactly. A debt-free United, right? A debt-free United not only clears the PSR by a mile. Like आपके सिटी देख लो, PSR जो होता है ना, PSR का जो लॉस आप कितने में कर सकते हो, 300 million around. Brighton has better PSR than United. So क्या हो, अगर आप डेट फ्री रहेगी एक क्लब, राइट, उसके बाद the sky is the limit in terms of how you manage your transfer window. And also you can use the same money to balance the books, also to improve the facilities in Carrington. That's why I think for me there needs to be a holistic takeover right now from the Qataris. They know how to run football clubs. But from Glazer, from an institutional standpoint, is imagine your club Barcelona being run on a debt, a loaded debt that is you cannot even clear it. And last,
I can't imagine my life without Barcelona. But any American touching Barcelona is me saying, not gonna happen. Americans stay away from football.
सुनाया बोल रहे हैं ये बैकग्राउंड पे अचानक हॉरर मूवी का डोर ओपन का साउंड आया. नहीं भाई, ये आज खाना, आज कुकर भी न्यूज आया, आज सब आज स्ट्रीम साउंड इफेक्ट्स के साथ आया भाई. So if you haven't enjoyed that, do enjoy. नहीं, absolutely fantastic. नहीं, वही मैं इस पे ना घंटों बात कर सकता हूँ. Someday if we do a United topic, do join in.
I'm not going to enjoy this World Cup also because I'm planning to come to US अभी 2026 World Cup में.
Oh, you're planning? Awesome.
I have the visa. My sister lives there. So I am planning. It's just that I had to get it because my family lives there. और टाइमिंग बड़ी ऑफ होगी, तो इट्स बेटर कम टू द यूएस. चाहे स्टेडियम में मैच देखो ना देखो, एटलीस्ट मैं सही टाइम पे तो मैच देख पाऊंगा, इज माय थिंग.
राइट.
तो आई कांट इमेजिन वर्ल्ड कप हैपनिंग. मैं क्लब वर्ल्ड कप देख के इतना डिसअपॉइंट हो रहा हूँ कि क्या स्टेडियम है ये, क्या ये वो हाइब्रिड ग्रास है.
वेदर मैन, इवन द वेदर, राइट. द वेदर इज सो ह्यूमिड, राइट. इंडिया हिंदी, हाँ हिंदी पे आ रहे हैं भाई. हम लोग मिक्स, इट वाज अ मिक्स स्ट्रीम, हम हिंदी भी करते हैं, डोंट वरी. बट द वेदर भी कितना ह्यूमिड रहा है दिस ईयर इन यूएसए कनाडा. not ideal for like really. I mean, Qatar had also shifted the World Cup to a more winter World Cup, a more early World Cup, to make sure that the players have the right, environment to perform. नहीं हो रहा है. And if you come to Canada to watch games, do let me know. भाई जाएंगे साथ में game देखने. Definitely do.
Can I travel on a US visa to Canada?
Absolutely. I mean, आपको you might have to just apply for a visa, but आपको मिल जाएगा ये visa. I think easily मिल सकता है आपको. So it's not a big issue. But abhi the recent things with Canada and US is not that great.
Okay.
With the whole, right, I don't want to go there, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Dil Barça, absolutely. Dil Barça से मैं बहुत बता रहा हूँ. एक तो लक्ष्य obviously is a massive Barca fan. The season United had, right, like restored my Barcelona and PSG and Inter Milan restored my faith in football last season.
Now you touched Inter Milan. मेरे को एक हमेशा Inter Milan से ना एक चीज आती है, from treble to terrible. कहाँ
right,
गया भाई? वो treble जा रहे थे. Serie A was in pocket.
absolutely,
They had to beat AC Milan to reach the final.
right,
They beat Barcelona.
yeah,
Where did it all go wrong from treble to terrible?
absolutely. And Napoli absolutely snapped it up with all hands. Like went on to win the Scudetto. Scott McTominay वाला बोल रहा था 25 million signing Scudetto MVP, like completely unleashed. And this is where like और यूनाइटेड पे मैं बहुत बातें कर सकता हूँ where McTominay was misprofiled, right, as he is actually a dynamic LCM more than a CDM, and that's what Conte unleashed, and thus we saw the
And
results.
let me ask you the second question about United. Why
हाँ
do
बोलो ना.
people hate Rashi, Sancho, and what's the third player? Luke
Garnacho.
Shaw so much?
Luke
नहीं,
Shaw.
Garnacho तो
Garnacho
एक
तो
मिनट, I'm
पक्का है.
getting my charger. I'm getting my charger.
हाँ
But
हाँ बिंदास बिंदास. So हाँ, that's a really legit question, right? And disappointed Chacha बोल रहे हैं I'm seeing so many injuries this season and next season. Club World Cup man. Speaking about injuries, yesterday's Club World Cup, by Musiala's injury. Oh my God! When I saw that injury, it was. I was heartbroken there. Where, like, what a talent! Now I have had those injuries like ligament tears and stuff. Now he has a broken tibia and all. It can really ruin your like career going forward. And this is where I think I wanted to bring
and
in the context. हाँ नहीं, मैं चैट को वही बोल रहा था इस टाइम पे कि what the context exactly of like the injuries. क्लब वर्ल्ड कप देख लो, कल की आप इंजरी देखी, राइट, मूसियाला की. I saw it live and I was like, oh shit! I was streaming on a Real Madrid channel, Football Unfiltered. वहाँ पे they invited me, तो वहाँ पे थे हम लोग, watch along कर रहे थे. तो when I saw that injury, I was like, oh shit! Why? It should not happen with any player. And this is where I want, you asked about Luke Shaw, right? Luke Shaw पे ना hate नहीं है. I think Luke Shaw पे ना frustration है. And give some context there. Luke Shaw, when he got injured in that Champions League game against PSV Eindhoven, when he broke his leg, right? When you break legs, when you have an ACL at such young age, right? Coming back, you have had before, right? You have had an ACL. Oh my God, I have had an MCL grade 2.
ACL
COVID
and
get mentioned.
lateral meniscus.
Shit, man, surgery.
I had to switch sports. मैं football छोड़ दिया. मैंने turf पे जाना छोड़ दिया. Now I play tennis.
Oh my
I had to
God, man.
leave.
So sorry about that. Yeah, man, absolutely. हंसी बोल रहे हैं, please like the stream, also subscribe. Absolutely. First of all, लक्ष्य का चैनल जो स्ट्रीम बाद में भी देखेंगे, सबको आपको सब्सक्राइब करना होगा. लक्ष्य, I have a lot of Barcelona fans in my Discord as well. They'll definitely subscribe to you, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Milishao had a huge potential. Both legs ACL गया already. Exactly.
हाँ, Militao.
When people hate on players, now you have to understand that injuries really affect how they perform. Luke Shaw, I'll give you a stat. 10 season हो गए उसको यूनाइटेड पे. In total, he, with injuries, right, he has missed 4.5 seasons in total.
Wow.
4.5
Four
seasons
and a
lost.
half.
4.5 seasons lost out of injuries. And reason क्या है पता है? One of the reasons was he always used to force himself way early than he was ready. एक rehabilitation
Okay.
period होती है, right?
But यार, I've worked with the national
Exactly.
team Spain की, तो ऐसा अलाउ नहीं करते कि यार वो होता है ना हमारे स्कूल फुटबॉल में,
Exactly.
नहीं मैं खेलूंगा एंड यूर ऑन द पिच, ये धंधनादन फुटबॉल नहीं चल रही है. बट हाउ वुड यू डू दैट? बिकॉज योर मेडिकल स्टाफ ने अगर ग्रीन लाइट नहीं दी, आपका कोच नहीं उतारा. बिकॉज आई हैव सीन स्पेन अंडर 21 कोच सैंटी डीनिया, जिसने अभी उनको वो जितवाया है ओलंपिक्स. दे गो टू द डॉक्टर, दे इन द मीटिंग रूम, प्लेयर्स नहीं होते. डॉक्टर, व्हाट इज द रिपोर्ट, कैन वी प्ले हिम? जो मेरे पीछे जर्सी लगी होती है ना, एंटोनियो ब्लैंको प्लेयर के, ही वाज नॉट रेडी. तो दे आर लाइक, अगर ये रेडी नहीं है, डॉक्टर ने मना कर दिया, नहीं खेलेगा.
राइट.
बट हाउ वुड यू फोर्स योरसेल्फ कि नहीं पहले आ जाओ?
So वही मेडिकल स्टाफ ही also is really to blame. And ये लास्ट 2-3 साल से मैं बोल रहा हूँ, there was a period, एक हफ्ते 2 हफ्ते का पीरियड था when we were not playing the games. We had 5 injuries in the training ground itself. अमाद चले गए, अमाद got injured, मेनू got injured, कॉलियर जो कि नया अपना था, न्यू CDM upcoming, he got injured. इतने प्लेयर्स एक साथ इंजर्ड हुए. लाइक वेयर इज दिस कमिंग फ्रॉम? व्हाई देयर आर so many injuries right now? Do you think fixture overload is also a bigger aspect of why players are getting injured quite often, and really big injuries? ऐसा नहीं कि कोई निगल है and all. right?
जो बड़ी इंजरीज होती हैं वो तो obviously it is happening because of your fixture overload. That's why you need a bigger squad. That's why आपकी players उतने ही गेम खेल रहे हैं but वो games divide हो रहे हैं.
Right.
That's why I'm not a big fan or a big advocate of Club World Cup.
Same.
क्योंकि यार you will only enjoy the tournament in the latter half जब आप बड़ी टीम देखोगे.
Exactly.
छोटे आपके ग्रुप स्टेज में तब मजा आता है जब आपकी एक छोटी टीम बड़ी टीम को हरा देती है, इंटर मायामी पोर्टो हरा देती है, फ्लूमिनेंसे या बोटाफोगो हरा देती है आपकी पीएसजी और ये चेल्सीज को.
Right.
Other than that, you as a content creator you will get content to करो, but as a purist of football, I would say no.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
Neither I want to see it happening in the future.
ग्लोरीफाइड प्री सीजन बोल सकते हैं, ग्लोरीफाइड प्री सीजन जो क्लॉप ने बोला था. कमेंट
you can
प्री
say
सीजन
that.
भी नहीं है. हाँ
यार पता है मैंने ना एथलेटिको मैड्रिड और पीएसजी का मैच देखा. एथलेटिको मैड्रिड इज द मोस्ट, मतलब दे आर द मोस्ट अंडर सिमियोने, क्या कहते हैं, व्हाट डू यू कॉल दैट इन फुटबॉल, इतने पोजीशन में फिक्स्ड होते हैं ना. क्लब वर्ल्ड कप में दे वर ऑल ओवर द प्लेस. Yes, exactly. And then I realized ये तो सिर्फ
कोई सीरियसली ले नहीं रहा है, टाइम पास
नहीं ले रहे.
पता है I think
Atletico Madrid goes to 5-5-0 when they go defending.
Exactly.
Like they go 5-5-0.
Absolutely.
They're so organized. Yeah, organized was the word. They're so organized. But PSG के साथ they were like all over the place. Because they did not. I'll give you one more match. Juventus versus Real Madrid. 88th minute. And Juventus is losing 1-0 and Juventus is sitting on a low block.
Right.
88th minute you're losing 1-0. आप low block पे बैठे हो. This tells me they do not care about it.
They do not care. Exactly, they don't care. And I think just being in the competition, right? मैं एक देख रहा था एथलेटिक की रिपोर्ट एक. Just being in the tournament, I think lot of the teams just earned 30-40 million ऐसे ही. ऐसे ही. Manchester City earned like 60 million euros. ठीक है, just progressing. उन्होंने राइंडर्स का पैसा निकाल लिया just by being there in the tournament. उनको घंटा फर्क पड़ता है. They went out through by Al Hilal. Honestly. They wanted to try different tactics and everything.
But on the flip side, those Al Hilals, the Botafogos, the Fluminenses, उनको
they
बहुत
get
फर्क
to
पड़ता है.
Exactly. I think that tournament is you know it's for them. And एक अलग perspective मिलता है कि there's football outside of Europe, there's South America football.
But it was important. It was
very
important
to see those teams.
For the world football to see कि ये जो Brazilian teams और आपकी जो Argentinian और ये Asian teams जो आ रही है ना, they. और one thing I do not like is एक जाबी लोन्जो ने मैच गंदा खेला, क्या ले आए हैं. एक जाबी लोन्जो ने मैच अच्छा खेला, अब बार्सिलोना be ready. Bro, football does not work like that.
Exactly. I mean that's where people need to be patient. एक patience अब नहीं रही है fan bases में, right? And Xabi Alonso, right? And people were very interested कि वो existing players के साथ वो tactical switch कैसी होने वाली है, right? In some games we saw Vinny central and the next moment he is very wide. So what not only playing the 3-4-2-1 is also मतलब उसके पास plan B है or the same formation, right? By the way, Zenotron is here. Thank you so much, Zenotron, for joining. Barcelona will go for Marcus Pleti goal का news है. They have reopened talks to sign him. A move for Luis Díaz seems unlikely now. So Rashford to Barcelona is happening, man. It is happening.
Hopefully. Luis Díaz तो मेरे को पता था यार. Luis Díaz मेरे को पता था.
After what everything happened.
यार पैसा भी नहीं है.
ऐसा भी
नहीं है पैसा है.
नहीं. Rashford को एटलीस्ट लोन पे तो ला ही सकते हैं. I think
ला ही सकते हैं.
It might happen overall. I think even if they give Rashford 150 also, like वो overall package में 10-12 million में it can happen, right? But United what will try to do? United will अगर लोन पे जा रहा है ना, buyback का option उसमें obligation to buy रखने वाली है. I think this deal will be complex in my opinion, very very complex. Akshat Gamers is here. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you have liked and subscribed the channel. Barca should go for किसके लिए? Shalvari Wag is beautiful. Comments और आया देखो ये वाला देखो. I sell snacks in and hoping.
Yeah, this guy. I was telling you, this guy. I was telling you, this guy. Yes, and he claims that Dolly Chaiwala is his brother.
Oh wow. चलो fantastic. ऐसे we need some characters like this in YouTube. Disappointed चाचा बोल रहे हैं Shalvari Wag is beautiful lady. Yeah, that's true. What about Dumfries? Hey, Rupankar, thank you so much. Great comment. Dumfries is
love to see. I would love
Barcelona,
to see
right?
him in Barcelona. Love to see him.
A very Hansi Flick profile player, you think,
Yeah,
right? Dumfries, right? Dumfries कितने में? I think 20-25 में आ ही जाएगा.
25 million.
And you guys are actively looking for a right back, right? Hector Fort is not your And Jules
Not
Kounde,
the
I think.
choice. Is
And,
the first choice.
but Jules Kounde, is he more of a centre back than a right back? I think did we see
He
like
is a center back. या पता है क्या है? He is a center back. शावी ने उसको राइट बैक बनाया और उसने शावी को धमकी दी कि तुम जैसे खिलाएगा तो मैं छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा. Then he started enjoying that position
enjoying that?
and he became a right back. तो वो है कि लेकिन डम्फ्रीज आएगा सेकंड फिडल खेलेगा क्योंकि उसको भी तो वर्ल्ड कप खेलना है ना, उसको भी तो
Right.
अपने मिनट्स चाहिए.
Right, absolutely. Ash bhai is handsome munda as well. Thank you so much. I'm 33-year-old guy, man. Chalega, it's okay. But Rupankar, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you have liked and subscribed the channel. We've crossed 400 subs today. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much, Lakshay. आपके भी बहुत members आए मेरे channel पे subscribe किया. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate.
Welcome.
But Dumfries is a fantastic option, man. I mean, I wanted him at United at that attacking right wing back option, but yeah, definitely. 15, 16 people still watching. I think already we have crossed 2 hours. I think we'll be closing the stream for sure. But we had a fantastic session today with Lakshay. I mean, 2 घंटे कैसे बीत गए पता नहीं चला. We discussed about Luis Díaz, Nico Williams, financial stuff. लामा से कुछ प्लेयर्स हम लोग देखे. प्रोजेक्ट प्लेयर्स क्या होने वाले उस पर बात करी. यूनाइटेड भी थोड़ी बातें हुई. टॉक्ड अबाउट सम फुटबॉल नॉस्टैल्जिया एज वेल. फैंटास्टिक सेशन भाई लोगों. एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर एवरीवन हु स्टेड टिल द एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम. लाइक करे स्ट्रीम को and subscribe, and you guys helped me reach cross 400 today, and it's a fantastic. I'm very emotional today. Very big day for me. Road to 500 is on, guys. आप लोगों ने अगर लक्ष्य का चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो from people who are coming from my channel, you have to go and subscribe right away. Fantastic streams, a fantastic video content as well, not just streams. You should go and check it out. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Aryan Machado is here. Thank you so much. If last question लेते हैं. If money wasn't the issue, would you agree that Isak is the perfect? Oh, ho.
Why not, man?
Why not?
Why not?
Any club in world football would go for Isak. Dynamic, old school striker जो बोलते हैं ना, just focuses on finishing. 150 million, bhai. Newcastle is a very tough club. If you want EPL context, I can give like Newcastle is one, and Spurs. These two clubs are very tough to have transfer deals with. 150 के नीचे नहीं आने वाला है. एग्जैक्टली शनाया इज मेंशनिंग 11 के कर दो लक्ष्य का. अब डेफिनेटली इट्स गोना हैपन. जल्दी हो जाएगा. एब्सोल्युटली नो क्वेश्चंस टू इट. वो होने वाला है. यस, Isak is a great striker in my opinion. Fantastic option. But yeah, that's like my hot take. I would take Isak over Haaland any day,
sure,
man. Why not? And Alvarez, yes, Alvarez is again a very Barcelona-esque player, but with Hansi Flick football, Isak absolutely fits the billing, man. That's what I would say. Yeah. So thank you so much, Lakshay, for giving your time to me tonight, and do not hesitate. If you want me in your streams as well,
definitely.
I'm available, man. Absolutely, you just let me know. Thank you so much for joining. What a fantastic guest you have been today. बड़ा मजा आया आपके साथ बात करके. Like honestly, it was a pleasure. Absolutely. And this was the stream today. Hope you stay tuned for more streams, more videos coming in, guys. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining. This is Ash Talks Football signing off with Lakshay today. Bye bye everyone. Have a great day.
Bye guys.
Thank you so much.